Last session, our adventurers, with their tails somewhat between their legs, had arrived back at the guild and holed up in their new digs in the housing quarter. Your friend Rook made a surprising return, and you just happened to spot him as he was passing by the window, and you invited him in, giving him a key to the room. With a few hours left in the evening, and left to your own devices, you decided to peruse some of the businesses and attend to some business of your own. Together, you went to the nature sanctuary, walking through its greenhouse garden to find Fern Fiddlehead, one of the heads of the Adventurers Guild. You told her of your encounter with Planstifer and, with her blessing, left the awakened catnip shrub plant with her to find a little home for him amongst the other plants. While Vayne sat in one of the courtyards, counting the mountain of coins found in a pouch that Vaprik had down in his sewer lair, Rook went to suit and arms and picked himself up a rather gnarly set of gator scale mail. It needs some restoration to give him the full defense benefits, but it is a step up from the leather armor you were wearing before. On the other side of the guild, Kato and Roshana headed to the hallowed halls to ask the clergyman about the dream that Kato had just the night before. Kato recounted a horrifying tale of eyeballs and pain, red tendrils, and flashes of different scenery. You left the clergyman rather stunned, as they had not heard of such dreams before, and asked that you and your friends keep an eye on you, lest it be a sign of something evil afoot. The clergyman did, however, write this down for you, and suggested that you head to the Temple of Heavenly Bodies in the Templar district, as they have a wider breadth of clergymen and knowledge dedicated to a wider array of deities. You collected yourselves back at the courtyard, Rook donning his new gear, and Vayne handed out the shares of coin from the pouch. You decided to head out to the Templar district in hopes of answering some of Kato's questions. However, you learned from Clerk that the group is currently under warning with the guild, and so do not have access to any other quests or indeed carriages at this time. You headed out front, instead trying to flag one down. However, they scooted on past you once, you presume, they made note of your non-human/elvenness. Rook tried to call on one of the horses of the drivers here, but they also seemingly did not want to stop for you. Eventually, Kato took it upon himself to call on a civilian cart driver on the street, who was on a barrel delivery to one of the nearby inns, to see if he would bring you down to the Templar district. This gentleman availed of your good back and supple knees, Kato, as you helped him deliver the barrels to the Knowles Belly Button Ring Tavern and Inn, a place familiar to Vayne and Rook, before telling you that you probably wouldn't be able to make the full journey to the Templar district, by his cart anyway, in the waking hours. You've come to realize that some of the carriages in the city travel unnaturally fast. Much faster than your average common folk's cart or carriage, that's for sure. And being seemingly unable to avail of one at this time, you put the plan to head to the temple on the back burner and headed to the Doulahan's Head for dinner and a show put on by Vayne. Vayne also listened in to some gossip regarding his old caravan master from some of the patrons having their dinner within the bar. The next morning, you all begrudgingly met up with Luxon Duroy at Clerk's desk. He handed you a slip for a Gilden Burst quest. It seemed that the party you had encountered previously, the one that was quite cold and seemed to have a competitive streak to them, had encountered difficulty and were unable to finish the task at hand. The guild has thrown in an extra reward for any party that takes on the quest and completes it. Luxon stresses that in order to get back into the guild's good graces, that completing this quest is a good way to go about it. He left almost as quickly as he arrived, and you were left to clean up the mess, as Roshana pointed out. Kato, you spotted the familiar face of Sully, who you had met here on your first day. He seems to have settled into a role of some sort here at the Adventurers Guild for the time being, and listened to your plight of dealing with Luxon and acting as garbageman for the previous party. You called in a carriage, which did come to you, and you made the 6-hour journey down to the Dew Lakes Company warehouse site. You got to look at the various different districts along the way: the pub, park, and temple-filled Templar district, the merchants district with its many shops, and the grand shopping centre, the Thandala, and finally out into the more industrial/residential eastern quarter. You even noted that some boats were taking off from the bridge houses, boarded by fancy folks in their fancy garments, and headed towards the inner ring. You entered the quote-unquote warehouse district, a portion of the eastern quarter, cut off from the rest of the populace and filled with private buildings and warehouses. Your driver took you to the far Dewlegs warehouse compound, where you found a dozen or so guards had gathered around the entrance to one of the warehouses. You dismounted and began to inquire of what was happening within, when Roshana heard a sound coming from inside. Running towards you was a young woman, a human with mousy brown and slightly frizzy hair, glasses squee-whiff on her face and covered in smatterings of blood, carrying a greatsword which is far too big for her. And she exclaimed, "I just wanted to open the shop on seeing you and the guards surrounding her." While their guards, in their worry, took aim, Roshana and the rest of you managed to calm down the woman enough to get some information from her. While Vayne, you recognized this woman from the was actually from the adventuring party you had met previously, it became obvious that she was not really cut out for fighting or adventuring, for that matter. She told you that last night the others from the adventuring party had gone investigating this warehouse, as they believed it was likely the place where the warehouse workers had gone missing from the previous quest. The woman stayed at the back of the group, having plied them with health potions and not being much use up front. However, at some point she was hit across the back of the head and knocked unconscious. When she came to, she found herself surrounded by blood, with her friend's great axe somewhere off to the side, which is when she came running to you. Roshana asked the guards to mind the woman, as she was very much in shock, as the rest of you prepared to head in. Inside the warehouse, you found mountains upon stacks of large crates, almost 10 feet in width and height, as well as some smaller ones, but these were still considerably large compared to your own sizes. With Rook's Pass Without Trace, you snuck by, following the trails of blood and the smeared fingerprints that soon followed once you reached the grinder pools. With a couple of harumps and a few boosts from Roshana, Kato and Vayne walked on a higher plane atop the crates and got a better perspective of the place, were it not for the overall abysmal dice rolls that everyone had that night. After that, Kato took action and revealed to the rest of you a new ability of his. Reaching out past his own consciousness, he moved, without touching, what was a huge and presumably heavy 10-foot by 10-foot crate, up 20 feet into the air before placing it off to the side, basically clearing out a path for you to move into the next alcove. Befuddled and impressed, you moved forward, though Vayne took the path less travelled and stayed the F away, and there was discussion of taking Rook's shovel and perhaps prying a box or two open. In this new little alcove, Rook heard the distinct creaking of wood coming from some of the surrounding crates. Kato did a little froggy leg wiggle on top of the crates and took his time investigating. It was at this point that you noticed that one large crate had been placed in such a way that it cut off access to some of the smaller crates. And while this may have just been a one-off mistake, it certainly caught your attention, especially seeing as care had been taken to make sure all of the smaller crates were accessible in all the other piles. Unfortunately, as Kato jumped down to the lower boxes to investigate them, he stumbled just a tad, but it was enough for him to catch himself on the suspicious large crate before him. That would not let him pull his hands away. It was at this point that you saw this crate grow and show its purpley, blobby skin beneath, opening up into a giant maw, rows upon rows of teeth and acrid, stringy saliva lurching out at you. You did battle with this shape changer, disguised as a large crate, and just as fucking big. Kato was adhered to its sticky surface, while Roshana and Rook got a good few knocks out of it with their warhammer and guiding bolts respectively, sprays of acid splashing out with each assault. Vayne also did an action roll off the top crate, twisting his ankle in the process, but nonetheless, you stabbed forward with both your dagger and your mind, piercing it in past this creature's defenses to do untold damage from within. This earned you an almighty chomp from the giant mimic, which rendered Vayne unconscious. Kato finally managed to free himself from this goopy blob before slicing into it and carving it down in half along the joint of its mouth. You rallied yourselves, healing your wounds and righting your fallen. Where the monster was slain, you watched as this amorphous creature dissolved into the acid which you assume comprised parts of his system. Amongst the stretches of residual sinew and tissue, you found pieces of armor and bone. In total, you found 7 skulls, though a thorough investigation would be needed to determine how many bodies entirely were consumed by this giant mimic. Finding 4 of the skulls being of a similar and recent state of decomposition, you assumed them to be of the adventuring party that ventured in here just a few hours before you. You called in one of the guards, explained what you had found, and although there was a fear that there may be another mimic in there, the guards assured you that it would be dealt with, and you were asked to leave, now that you had completed your part of the quest. Outside, you met with the housemaster Warsek, who was satisfied with your work and asked that you do not let any information of what happened today be released. He signed off on your quest, and having seen her at a distance, you caught up with the shocked woman who had been with the former adventuring party. After a fair bit of convincing by Vayne, this woman, who you learned to be called Holly, joined you in your travels back to the guild. On your long journey back to the guild, Roshana, you received a message from Lady Albus, asking that you return to the guild promptly, as she had much to discuss with all of you. Vayne spoke to Holly for a bit, talking about at least reporting what happened to the rest of her party members back at the guild before she leaves. Upon returning to the guild, you were met, rather abruptly, by a masked figure dressed in all black, though this white plague doctor's mask acted as a bright contrast. This cryptic individual checked your personage and offered to bring you to Lady Albus themselves, which you accepted. After a harrowing delve through the cobblestone roads, plumes of black feathers passing you, and a G-force spin later, you appeared somewhere beneath the grounds of the Grave District, you assume. Your guide brought you forward up into a chamber where you found Lady Albus and were then newly acquainted with 2 figures, Guard Captain Gabrielle and Coravain Imem Dufont. They inquired of your quest in the Southern District, chasing Vaprik and learning of his necromantic ways. Mr. Dufont also showed you Brandermutz's remains, now frightful in colour and contrasting against these bright orange flower blooms that grew in place of his eyes and mouth. Satisfied that Branda's turning was due to poisoning by Vaprik's spoiled concoction of Noombloom, Mr. Dufont saw it right that the woman you saw at the bakery stand back at the public hall, Rani, be released from her imprisonment. However, this did not mean that all questions were answered. Notably, Lady Albus asked Dufont if such a concoction of Noombloom could turn a man immediately after death. Dufont admitted that he was not certain, but it did not match the usual magics of a wight, who can only turn a body after it has been dead for 24 hours. You also told the 3 of the diary that Vaprik kept, and a correspondence he had with the person he called Kay, as well as mentions of the cold drain. You also handed over Vaprik's spellbook and told them of the imagery of Latin skulls amongst his own arcane writings when trying to just transcribe a spell. Lady Albus and the rest seemed pleased with your work, though still perplexed by some of the unanswered questions. Thanking you for your work, Albus took you back to the hallowed hall with a silvery flash of light, where you then went to go grab some dinner after a long day's work. And that is where we will pick off. Okay, so you all headed back to the housing quarters. You got into your little bunk beds. You had yourselves a wee nap. And you arise the next morning. What would you like to do?
Say goodbye, Kato, to those beautiful 8 temporary hit points.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
They will be missed.
Rest in pieces.
Ripperoni.
So, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm still formulating a sentence.
I was just going to say, with a bright early morning, should we, and I believe we're, reinstated by the guild, should we attempt to make our way to the temple?
Yes, I was just going to suggest going to the Temple of Heavenly Bodies as well. Maybe look at Rook has some quests as well.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not saying it.
You thinking hard there, buddy? What's going on?
Would Ronnie's shop, like, was that booth just part of the event, or? Oh my god, my brain is like 20% today.
No worries.
Did Ronnie have like a shop in town and that booth was just part of the event, or was that actually like the shop?
Okay, so I'd say you would have spotted it a few times. Pandana is kind of like the Starbucks of Clancamrye. So it's where most people buy their bread, their pastries.
Okay.
You get certain drinks there as well. She did tell you, however, that she works at the main Pandana bakery in the Merchants District.
Oh, okay. So way out of the way.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Continue.
I do have a quick question for you two, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Does this look loose? And he's just start spinning on the spot, referencing to his new armor.
Mhm.
I don't know. We haven't really gotten into any sort of a kerfuffle since I bought it, but it seems loose. Is this how this is supposed to be?
I will go up and like just give a tug on it and see how much space or give there is.
Mm-hmm. You do, and as you're reaching for it, you feel this crocodile leather that has been made, and it's a bit unnerving to touch, especially with the claws coming out of the shoulders. But you give it a wee tug, and you realize, yeah, no, that is loose. Rook is a wee man, and this definitely was not made for someone of his size. It could definitely do with some taking in, or at least tightening up around the pivotal points to make sure that it's properly defending him, fit for purpose.
Yes, we'll have to probably get this refitted.
That's what I thought. They had mentioned doing some cleanup on it at the time, but I didn't really feel like wasting either of our time. But if we have some free time between jobs, I might see about getting that done. It's nice though, huh?
It does rather suit you.
Doesn't feel like an answer, but okay.
No.
I guess that means to say it's...
This is Vayne, just go with it.
I thought you'd still be asleep after the pummeling you took yesterday.
Oh, physical or verbal? Because
Well,
both
either or.
did happen.
dealer's pick.
Yes.
I didn't get either.
Good for some.
Either? Oh, another two. So should we check out the board?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty, you grab your bits and bobs. Head on out into the morning air. It is a little bit nippy today. Sky's overcast. It hasn't broken yet, but knowing Clancamrye, it's definitely on the horizon. You waddle on out and hope to head over to the gatehouse, I'm assuming, if you want to go check out the board.
Yes.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You head on over. You see Clark is sat in his position. Come on, Vayne. Move your butt. There we go. Sat in position, the head turns towards you. Oh, good morning.
Good morning, clerk. Do you perhaps have some quests we could take care of today?
I certainly do. I have also been asked by Luxon to give you notice about hirelings.
Hirelings.
Mm.
It is a case if you ever need someone to do a job for you and you possibly cannot do it yourself, a hireling could do that service for you for a small fee.
How small of a fee are we talking?
It depends. A gold is customary.
Rook will like gesture for the group to like come into him for like a bit of a huddle, and he'll just say, "So he's saying we could hire someone to wave down a carriage for us."
Basically.
We
After
should remember this service.
After yesterday's performance, it might not be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we're not on probation anymore, so...
True, but who knows how long that'll last.
With our luck.
Not exactly a vote of confidence, are you?
Well, I base my opinions on experience.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be proven wrong. I'd prefer it. But we should keep this in mind for any similar
Indeed.
things.
Yes.
Here are the quests that we have available today. I don't think that they're popping up necessarily.
No, they're not popping up.
How rude.
That's roll 20 for you.
Yes, it is.
Come on, clerk, just lift the page.
Clerk, don't be so rebellious.
Come on, clerk.
I'm sorry.
Why did your master program you with roll 20?
Because it's the only one that's bloody free.
Ugh.
We also have a goodwill quest, if you are interested in that as well.
Goodwill.
Yes. He shows it to you as well.
Oh, I see. I was accidentally looking at the quest completed.
Oh god. Oh god, man.
Goodwill quest. Oh no, that's not us.
Hello?
I'm not seeing anything.
Role models required.
Role models required. Oh
Under guild clerk's desk quest board.
boy.
Goodwill quests.
I see.
Hello?
I don't know if we're the least qualified or the most qualified to do this.
Hello?
Hello? What?
Oh god. Internet was
Okay.
dying for a second.
Rip.
You guys want to go use scare tactics on a child? You're gonna be good, right?
Why did you have to say it like that?
I mean-
Sorry.
Where
I
is
mean-
scare away? Wait, scare away the boogeyman? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so you got
Oh.
utmost discretion required in the quest section. Underneath
Mhm.
quest board, underneath clerk's desk, underneath guild. Sorry, I know there's a lot of different tabs here, but it's the only bloody way to keep it
Mhm.
organized.
It's okay.
And then, you also have Scare Away the Boogeyman for the quests, and then the Goodwill quest is role models required. They want someone to go and speak to their children.
I mean, the Goodwill quest is close to the Templar district.
Yes, but are we, I suppose, role models?
I mean, scaring a cat should be easy, right?
I'm not entirely sure whether our general approach to a quest like that would improve our standing or reduce it with the people.
I don't know either.
We could certainly swing by, but I feel like if the family is like a group of humans or elves, they may not be so keen to see me.
Well, neither they would be seeing me, but I get what you mean. But we have to do some Goodwill quests from time to time, so maybe if we do one now, we won't have to do one for a little bit.
I would be interested in finding out what this boogeyman is. But I'm also content doing a Goodwill quest,
I mean, we
if that's the
can.
day that's in it.
We could do the Goodwill quest and also take on the other quest in the Merchants District. That way we can cover the Templars District for Kato. We can go to the Eastern District for the Goodwill quest, and then the other quest is in the Merchants District. So, because I do not think that the one in the Eastern District will take that long.
That's fair.
Then we have 2 quests covered. And at
So,
least knowing that one quest does give us money because the other one doesn't state it.
well, at the very least, it would be nice to know more people in the city.
Mm-hmm. And then we can also figure out Kato's dreams.
And sorry, which district? The Templar district is where we need to go for Kato.
Yes.
I can pull up the map if you like, because I know.
I've got the map.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all close to each other. I've been looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all within. All 3 districts are touching.
Mm-hmm. It's not to say that everything is close, but
So, see about doing this role models and this utmost discretion quest.
Okay.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, if you guys agree.
Clerk.
Yes?
Clerk.
Yes?
Hello. Is there any issue with us taking out more than one quest at a time?
There is not, no.
And is there, like a time limit on things like these?
Unless it is stated as urgent, then no. However, we do ask that you try to be punctual about completing quests.
So, Kato, do you want to head out to the Templar district this morning?
Sure, yes.
And then we can swing by the Goodwill quest.
Sounds like a plan.
Then we'll take these two, Clark.
Very well. He hands you the 2 zips.
And could we get a carriage?
Certainly, I will call one now.
Much appreciated.
Alrighty. You wait about for a few minutes as the carriage is making its way to you. Is there anything you'd like to do in the time being?
If you've got any last minute shopping, do it now.
I have to check how much money I've got.
I mean, have anything I need right now?
Oh, my sheet's not loading correctly. There it is.
Yeah, that right.
It was showing no money.
Oh dear.
And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right.
That couldn't possibly be right.
Vayne looking very shifty-eyed.
Oof. Yeah, learning about his debt, that's kind of...
Yeah.
Okay, just taking a look at my inventory.
No worries. Just cracking my elbows. Why not?
Oh, yes, I want to stop and grab a crowbar.
Alrighty.
That's smart.
How much?
I'm not sure how much a crowbar is. I have to check. Maybe the compendium will...
Buildings. Let's see. General goods.
It's 2 gold.
Targard.
Alright, I'll hand down the 2 gold.
Thank you kindly.
I will add crowbar. Yeah, did we turn the 4 skulls in? I can't remember who.
The what him? Sorry?
The skulls of the unfortunate souls.
Yeah, I think we already did.
No,
way
yes, you did.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
we were
that's
asked
good.
to leave them on the crime
Yeah.
scene roughly where we found them.
Alright, that will do it for me.
Be
Okay.
an awkward thing to accidentally find in your pack.
Oh, well, what D&D party doesn't have a few dead bodies on them?
That's
Yeah.
fair.
The ghosts are following us anyway.
Alrighty.
True.
Carriage comes over. Oh, you're the lot from yesterday.
Hello.
Hello, hop on in. Where are we heading?
Well,
Templar district.
Alrighty. Ben, bring you over to the map.
Map.
The map. I hate this bloody mouse. Mass. We're going to mass, guys. Fully, it's
I
Templar
mean,
district.
it's the morning. Going to the yeah.
Alrighty. I think, from what I remember last time, I think it would take you about 2 hours to get there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, it's now becoming a very familiar journey for you guys. Is there anything you'd like to do along the way? You've got 2 hours to dawdle about.
The city itself, like as we're traveling through some like familiar districts and new districts, is there much like foliage and life to it, or is it very like urban and like built up, or like what's the like aesthetic of these districts? Does it change much from district to district?
It does change quite a bit. The Adventurous District is quite eclectic, given that, and the people here are also quite eclectic as well, in that there's definitely more diversity in races. The buildings are all quite different. You do see quite a bit of foliage here as well. In the Templar District then, it is mostly bars, mostly temples, and a lot of greenery. There's quite a few parks where you'll see people playing instruments, children just playing, and then people having picnics. I'd say out of the middle ring, probably the most urban will be the Merchants District. There's quite a few apartments, and the buildings are quite close together. If you were to get a house there, they're quite small.
Ooh.
You've then got the Arcane District, which is quite... how would I put it? It's a mismatch of things. I mean, some parts are quite urban, given that there's quite a high student population there. But quite a few more wealthier folk also live there as well. It depends which part of the district you go to. You then have the Travelers District. This is quite opulent. Quite a few different restaurants and be a few more bathhouses here as well. It's similar to the Adventurous District. It's a little bit more diverse race-wise. You get people here from all walks of Cali. You then have the King's District, which is roughly here. Again, quite opulent, being that it is quite close to the Drylith District, which is here, which has quite a high connection with the inner part of the city, or the heart of the heart of the city, which is also where the Crown, the Parliament, and the Elite Guard reside. In terms of greenery, you do notice, especially from where you were, like out in the Southern District, like obviously this is mostly farmland, and housing for cattle is there as well. The rest of the city, though, the outer ring wise, that's quite urban. However, the more you move into the city, the more you see that there's different parks, different bits of foliage about, even just trees lining the road. That is more prominent the further in you go into the city. Even some of the more opulent buildings, you'll see symbolism of different plants and whatnot that are symbolic of elven architecture. Music has stopped again, my apologies. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? Did I answer the question? I think that's a better question to ask you.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
If not,
Roshana,
Yes?
have you dealt much with the temple?
Well, not with the one from the heavenly bodies, but with our own temple, I frequently went there.
Is that in the same district?
Yes, it's actually really close to the border of the merchants district.
Hmm. It could be a next stop if Heavenly Bodies is of no help. I also appreciate everyone's support on this.
Well, I mean, it's troubling you, so you also don't seem like the person who talks about his problems openly, and you opening up about them means a lot, so...
If
Because
it's
you see, there's a bit of like a conflicted expression, like thank you, but also.
I mean, I don't mean it in a bad way, it's just like, you
No,
seem closed off.
She
I know what you
read
mean, Roshana.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks in his head a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't speak openly. I think that's what you meant.
Yes.
But if it's
I've had problems with making friends in the past.
That's alright, everyone sort of does in a way.
feel like everyone here is. I can't speak for you, Roshana. I mean, all of Vayne's friends are in jail.
Yeah, but Vayne is an exception.
Sorry, to what?
Just an exception.
You're
Enjoy it.
interesting. That's what.
You certainly have a way about you.
He
But
kind
not
of
in
looks
a-
about all of you and
not-
he goes, I'll take it.
No, it's in a bad way, mind you. Just I can see you interacting with certain groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that's just shoddy. I don't fraternize with criminals. It's genuinely all a mistake that we were arrested in the first place.
I never said you fraternize with criminals.
Exactly. You're just. You
What
just
do you mean by
talk-
groups then? I'm hanging out with you, aren't I?
I mean,
I
you
just
talk
mean-
with interesting people.
Yes. I guess that's to say groups of people that I'm not really helping my case here.
I mean, neither am I, but
You guys really put your foot in it this time.
Again,
there's no getting
Guess
out.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that unlucky people.
That I would agree with.
Not so much that they do things that to end up that way. It's just how the cards play out.
Just not to divert us from this current path of conversation, but I did have a thought that popped into my head. You know this goodwill quest we're looking at,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
and it says they need someone to set her on a path to being a good, upstanding citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I'd like in my head I was like good, upstanding, like individual. I'm not entirely sure I know what being a good, upstanding citizen is, because this is like the most civilization I've like been around. So if you could maybe catch me up on what exactly I should not be telling this young individual to do.
Well, generally, an upstanding citizen, air quotes, is generally someone who pays their taxes, follows the laws, and is generally a fair and decent person.
Would you say, like, an adventurer is an upstanding citizen?
Well, not according to the gods.
But for some reason we've been asked.
I would say so, because we're offering our own free time and risking our lives for mostly goodwill as well as a bit of coin.
Mm-hmm.
But payment does not diminish the deed in any way.
But it is highly welcome.
And getting
course.
thrown in jail afterwards kind of does diminish the deed a little bit.
Look, I don't think I'm going to be the one to say anything.
Why not?
You've been thrown in jail twice in 4 days.
I mean, but it's not because you did something bad. You just pissed one person off that you shouldn't have pissed off, but, I mean, I would probably have done the same.
It was my idea.
I mean, I did not really like squad leader Maurice.
Yeah,
No,
she's a bit of a
she
bitch.
was
Damn
difficult
nepotism.
and
Yeah. She also didn't really help.
That being said, I'm not particularly upset that Vaprik didn't get the promotion. 'Cause, like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes, that's
I
fair.
don't know if he would have been on a much different path if he was that.
I
You
mean,
know.
if he did get a promotion, would he have done the things that he did?
Well, that's a question.
Or
what it-
would it have been Maurice's nephew?
True. I feel like the people that were speaking to Vaprik would have found someone one way or another.
Yeah,
And if it would have still been Vaprik, it just means he would have done it from a position of higher authority.
exactly.
Also, I must say I was surprised to find out that we functionally carry no authority in the city.
I mean, I can get why we don't carry any authority. We're adventurers.
We're
Get hired to do some jobs.
well, we're more like let's say government sanctioned mercenaries.
Yeah, and morally gray in like the things.
Yeah, I just meant under the pretext of being hired from the guild by the guards. You know, you think there would be a level of give.
Yeah, you would think
Yes.
so. You would indeed think so.
Especially if you're just functionally doing their job.
Yeah.
And it's just another one of these weird things that you people do.
I think it was more to do with the fact that Maurice seemed like she wanted to keep these things quiet, so maybe that's why she asked us.
He did.
Suppose
From
we
what
are kind of required from a guild perspective to respect the clients.
Yes.
That being said, I feel like the people we've spoken to recently sort of outrank Maurice.
It seems to be. There was that lady that we spoke to in the...
Yeah, like the captain of the captains.
Yeah.
Well, here's hoping we don't run into similar issues.
Yeah, I'm kind
Yes.
of done dealing with the guards for now.
Same.
Feel like we're always going to be dealing with them in some respect, but
Yeah.
perhaps jobs that require us to actively engage with their hierarchy is, well, tedious.
Mm-hmm.
Probably best to
Especially-
avoid them.
For now, preferably, yes.
Well, unless the money's good, but
I mean,
I'd rather not go through that again.
especially with someone like Maurice.
Ugh.
We don't need you in jail again. And also, no Luxon.
Isn't it so bad?
I mean, him critiquing
Vayne is
us
just,
in,
like,
in
looking
Oh
at
my,
you
way.
yeah,
bewildered.
because you weren't there.
Be happy you did not hear him smack talking us.
I mean, I had a brief interaction with him when I got into the city, and he seemed like you got to understand when I'm on neutral terms with someone who is familiar with our, let's say, ancestral history. I consider that to be good terms.
How do you mean?
Right.
Well, the short version is once upon a time, a lot of hobgoblins killed a lot of elves, and the elves didn't forget.
Oh.
Hmm. I see.
It's one of the difficulties of me being here. I will preface, in case the thought is in your head, I was not one such hobgoblin. It was
Well, I
hopefully
assumed
before my time. Could still be happening, I'm not sure.
I guess I had assumed it was decades or centuries ago.
How long do elves live?
Well, more than that.
They do live for a long time.
Yes.
So just if one is giving me the cold shoulder, don't think much of it.
Still, you weren't there.
No, but no reason to upset old wounds. I find it's best not to be antagonistic. It's easier to get through places that way.
I mean, of course. Luxon's just not really making friends with his comments.
He's always been nice to me. I don't know what to say.
At least he's nice to someone.
Well, maybe the word would be tolerable.
I did get the impression he was quite angry.
Yeah.
A bit uncalled for, though. I mean, me I could understand, but why did he dig into all of you?
I wouldn't know.
That is true. I believe you.
Perhaps to not make you feel targeted.
Probably. Attack us as a group instead of
I
just
think
targeting
he's
one
been
person.
targeting me for a long time. It feels like a
Oh,
long time.
yeah.
We've only been here a few days and... Hate that man.
I mean, unless there was a particular reason that blowback from Maurice would have to upset him. I know you, Vayne, were his sort of recommendation, so I could understand him being upset about a group that you're involved with, having such words. Albus hasn't said anything to me.
Nor I.
Nor I.
Sorry, not Albus, I mean Gilmore. He was my recommendation.
Ah, yes.
You take a look at Vayne, he does look quite tired. Tired in general, but also just tired with everything that's been going on. You see the carriage
Well-
begins to pull up outside. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, well, let's hope this temple brings you the answers you need, Kato.
Yes, hopefully.
The carriage pulls up outside the temple that you saw yesterday. Tall marble looming over each and every one of you. As you step out of the carriage and you see Vayne visibly flinches as quite close by you notice dotted along the roads and whatnot guards of higher station than you've seen out in the southern district.
Lovely.
Is there a reason they're here?
I do not know.
Roshana, you would know that these guards are stationed here just permanently, as is part of the Templar district. Crimes against religion is taken quite seriously here.
And I would tell them that.
Interesting.
You see the marble steps before you, the depictions of various elven gods carved into different recesses around the building. Well, Kato, are you
Kato?
okay with doing the talking?
Oh, okay, so we had arrived. Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we were still moving.
Sorry, no. You're out of gear.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll step down and make my way in.
Making my way. Okay. You walk up these grand marble steps. It's an uncomfortable feeling as you're walking past these towering depictions of the godlike avatars on each side. It's almost because they've got that marble sheen across their eyes. It feels like that they're looking at you as you're walking by. Not pleasant. But you walk into a grand hall. A soft, warm light envelops you as you all enter. On each side, you see a dozen or so settees. Pairs of them across from the other with like small little marble coffee tables between them. You see long corridors head off from each side of the hall and disappearing into this soft light. Directly across from where you entered, you see a small marble desk placed in front of a tall pillar. You do see on either side of the pillar, though, the path does seem to continue on behind it. There is a young woman sitting behind. Dress is quite understated, but Roshana, I'd say you know just by judging by the quality of the cloth, this is more than the design that's on. This is very posh. You see that her long hair is braided and wrapped around into a tight bun behind her head.
Can I just ask real quick, what happened to the carriage that we came in on and the driver? Are they still out there?
They just stopped. You got out.
Well, as they are moving on, Rook would have been like, "Oh shit," because he doesn't want to make the same mistake they made the last day.
Okay.
And we'll discover. Do you have like one of those bell things?
Bell?
You know, the one that calls you back.
Hold on. He reaches down into his pocket and slips you a small tiny bell without the... I can never think of the word for the little ding-ding inside.
Oh,
The hammer.
Clapper.
The what?
Clapper.
I think,
Clapper. There we go. Thank you.
Go ahead, Rook.
yes, I'm not sure how long we will be here, but we will need to move into the Eastern District later. So, and he just hands him a gold. Maybe go get yourself like a coffee or something, and we'll meet you back here when we ring. Yes.
He looks down at the gold in his palm and he closes his fingers over it. Sure, just give us a bell.
Nah.
I won't
like
be
that.
too far away. He
Cool.
takes off.
Okay. Follow the group.
Might I help you? As you approach Kato.
Yes. Who would I talk to about dreams?
She closes the book that she has on on the desk in front of her and kind of just studies you for a second. Dreams?
Yes.
Are they perturbing you, perhaps? Or do you feel like they are prophetic? Or...
I do feel like they could be.
Okay. She looks down at the papers and everything that she has on the desk. She goes, I'm not entirely certain who to ask about that. You haven't thought of any particular symbolism or whatnot that might help me narrow things down?
I had gone to another temple in the... I'm gonna find the name. Adventures District, and they had taken down this transcript.
Right.
And I handed the paper.
You see quickly that her eyes begin to scan over it, eyebrows furrowed, and then they lift, and her eyes go wide. She goes, alright, you know what, if you'll follow me, we'll try and find someone. How about that?
Of course.
She stands up and comes round from the front desk and ushers you all to follow her round the stone pillar and further into this building down the long hall. As you're passing through, you see open arches on both sides. And through them you can see these splendid marble open baths, numerous fountains, and even small waterfalls have been built in to steadily supply the baths with water. You see some baths have petals floating on the surface. In other baths, the water is actually coloured. Some pink, some green. Some of them are clouded with whatever salts have been put in and have dispersed and suspended within the water itself. You see people of all walks of life are currently bathing and swimming around in the waters. Most are submerged, though you do spot showers on the far walls where others are getting clean. For the most part, though, people are nude. However, you do see some folks are wearing these thin but opaque white slips as they are enjoying their wash. You continue following this woman down this path. You see more dressed individuals are passing you, some carrying baskets of cloth and soap. The ones that are traveling in the same direction as you, though, they're carrying books and scrolls, and as you're all heading towards the center of the building. Even at the distance that you're at, you begin to see that the space opens up at the far end of the hall. This familiar soft light becoming brighter and spilling to greet you as you approach. The room opens up into a large, airy and circular chamber. In the center of the chamber are steps leading up to the base of a humongous tree, planted into a patch of soil at the top of this mound. The large branches of the tree end in bloom of light pink petals that are slowly swaying with a barely palpable breeze, which is weird because you're taking a look around. There doesn't seem to be any windows open. The branches block out some of the light coming from this domed glass roof above.
Ooh.
You see some folks have gathered around at the base of the tree and are listening to a person in more formal attire. It appears that this person is giving a sermon of some kind. Beyond the tree then you see dozens upon dozens of doors and corridors that kind of like spread out like the frills of a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Away from you and towards the back of the building, you're presuming. The woman turns towards you and goes, I will ask Master Gry if we can have a word, and she points over to the gentleman who is currently giving a sermon. Is there anything that you guys would like to do?
Thank you. We can wait for him.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Vayne has kind of just turned around and he's looking down the at the bath. He goes, Sorry, do you offer a laundry service here? She goes, certainly. Mind you, it is part of the bathing package. Happy for you to maybe wear a slip or something until your clothes are ready, if you wish. And he goes, is it those white things? The white robes? Yes. Yes, it is. You see, Vayne kind of turns things over in his head and he goes, how much would this cost? And he goes, oh, it's, well, we mostly do things here by donation. Would that be doable for you? Oh, please. And he hands over a silver piece. The woman who's led you up here, she grabs a hold of one of the other workers' arms, judging from the clothes that this person's wearing, carrying another one of those baskets. She goes, could you take this gentleman to have his clothes laundered, please, and let him wear one of the slips? Righto, and she asks Vayne to follow him. I'll be with you in a moment. He calls back to you as he leaves. You see in front of you, at the base of the tree, people begin to stand up or lean away from the perches that they've been just standing beside and listening to the sermon as it's been given. People begin to rise, and some filter out towards the outskirts of the room. Others leave entirely as they're chatting amongst themselves. The individual in more formal attire finishes speaking to someone, and the woman waves over to him. He gives her a nod and begins walking over. You see this elven individual, cropped golden hair, tan skin, long ears, almost like this chocolatey brown eyes. You've met quite a few elves in your time. Kato, in particular, you would know that this is a more middle-aged elf. They certainly age with a lot more grace than humans do. Can I help you? Master Gry, this person, sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Kato.
Kato had a dream. I think it's best if you were to explain yourself, Kato. I'm so sorry that I have to dash, but I'm on the front desk at the moment. It's no problem.
Yes,
Head off.
of course.
And she takes her leave. So,
Yes, I went to a temple in the Adventurers District about the same occurrence, and they took down this transcript.
right. Might I take a look?
Of course.
You hand it out to him and he takes it from you. Right. Well, I understand why you felt the need to come to a temple. This is most bizarre. Afraid it's not entirely in my wheelhouse. Would you
Do
be
you
alright
know-
with me keeping a hold of this for the time being?
Sure. I simply ask that you take care of it. It is the only copy.
Very well. So, are you going to ask me something?
If you are unable, do you know someone who might be able to?
I was just contemplating that. I might have to ask about. At the very least, we have our libraries here, where we can do some research. If not, I could also speak to some diviners that we have here as well. They might be able to help point you in the right direction. How have you been feeling since having this dream?
Mostly confused.
Right. Have you felt any change in character Are you doing things that you normally would not do?
Behaviorally, I don't think I've changed. I have, however, gained some ability.
Ability, you say?
Yes.
Would you care to show me?
Is there like a medium-sized object that is not terribly breakable?
You take a quick look around, and not in this room. It's quite sparse,
Okay.
aside from the massive tree that's in the center of it.
Hold on a moment. I will turn to Rook. Oh, Rook, would you mind if I demonstrated on you?
Sure.
I will then proceed to move Rook 20 feet in one direction.
Okay. Just pop it up there for me, please. Given that you are
sure.
willing, Rook, it's an odd sensation, very odd, where you go, sure, to Kato. Didn't try to do your voice there. And it's a bizarre moment of waiting 1 second and then the next, where you're... It's almost as if you're being lifted from the base of your feet.
Oh.
Maybe about just even a centimeter off the ground, but the loss of impact is palpable. And you're zoomed across the room. Do you do a bit of a curve around the circular room, or do you just go straight across? Yeah. So you kind of like race car around the way. Oh. How do you feel, young man? He shouts over at you, Rook.
Runs back over.
Mhm.
It's a little embarrassed. Everyone's looking over.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry.
That is quite impressive and very confusing at the same time. I understand why you were feeling as confused as you were. This is not something I have ever come across in my time. But rest assured, we will find answers for you. Thank you for coming. Might I get your names, please? It might be needed in case we have to bring you to the back rooms, and those are generally closed off to the public. We keep certain pieces of knowledge there that we are not wont to share. However, this is unprecedented.
I understand.
Can I get your name, please?
Kato, Austria.
Kato, Austria. Turns to you, Rook.
Rook.
Just Rook.
Yeah.
Very well. And yourself, my dear?
Roshana Shipafei.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
I will ask that you look out for each other, and Kato, he looks at you specifically, and if it ever you feel odd or just need someone to talk to about this, please do feel free to come here again. I am uncertain if this is a work of a deity, however, such abilities are not given willy-nilly, so I can only assume it's such. The gods work in mysterious ways.
He just nods.
Very well. Please enjoy your time here. Take a bath if you wish. They're open at all hours.
Thank you.
Well, I had one like 2 days ago, so I think I'm fine.
Well, here we see that worship of the gods or even one's own body can be achieved through maintaining and protecting that which has been given to us. So, cleanliness is a good habit to take up.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Right. I'm afraid I must be off. Another sermon to prepare for, and he begins to lumber away. See, at this point,
How was that, Kato?
Better, but still a bit unsatisfied.
Yeah, I thought they would have been of more help.
Well, answers may turn up yet.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
at this point you see running up behind you in these almost like cottony, fuzzy flip-flops and white slip. You see Vayne has kind of like got his hands underneath his armpits. It's going, okay, didn't quite realize how cold it would be without the clothes on. Did you speak to him already?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Any luck?
He took the transcript and said he'd look into it.
Well, how...
Vayne, do you know how long the cleaning of your clothes will take?
She didn't say too long. I'm kind of hoping they're doing what that Baz fellow did back at the Doulahan's head and just pinged it clean.
Probably not.
Oh dear.
I don't suppose you want to get in the carriage and go dressed as that.
No.
Yes, it might be better to just wait.
I suppose.
Do either of you want to make use of the services?
Might as well. We're here. And I'll have a wash.
A nice early morning bath.
I mean, I sometimes still smell the sewers.
That's fair.
I keep washing behind
Still...
my ears because I think it's stuck there somehow. I can still
probably
smell it.
taste
close.
I still taste the water.
Me too.
Well, hopefully the water here is a lot tastier. No, I don't want to taste it. You know what I mean.
So much cleaner here.
Well, I'm very happy to take a wash, and he begins waddling back towards the front desk.
I follow.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the same woman again. He goes, "Oh, hello. I hope everything's all right. Were we able to offer you any respite?" She says, looking at you,
left the transcript with him
Right.
for him to look into later. As my companions' clothes are being tended to, I figure it's best to have a wash.
Oh, certainly. Well, we provide a number of services here. We have public baths where you may cleanse yourselves, individual baths if you prefer a more private affair, and we also help provide help for those who may have trouble cleansing themselves. We also offer spa experiences for a fee, group or individual. All that we ask is that you make a small donation, if you are in a position to do so, just to help keep services optimal and provide for those less fortunate. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Yes.
Yes, of
Would
course.
you like a bath or a spa experience?
Just a bath for me.
Same.
Yes, I think that will suffice.
Public or private?
I don't care what's Vayne doing.
Well, I like the look of the bath with the petals. That looked quite nice. We can offer you that privately as well, but there is a large one in the public bath, if you wish.
Given that you operate on donations, what's the functional difference between public and private? Other than the people.
The people, mostly. We try to offer everyone the same experience, but some people just aren't comfortable sharing water with others. Or
Thanks
what they think
back
is
to the sewers.
exposing themselves. Thanks back to the sewers.
Yeah. Some people are sharing a lot of water with us.
We'll go. Vayne looks at all of you and goes, public, please. How deep is the pools? Well, there are shallow ends and deep ends. Some people do like to use the bathwater to swim in. Because Vayne turns to all of you and goes, we're doing that one.
Alright.
I do have a
Very well.
question. Do you guys have a relationship with the other bathhouse of heavenly bodies? Where is that? Vayne?
There are smaller houses of heavenly bodies around Clancamrye. Yes, we are all one entity as such, but this is the main building. Our head office is here as well.
Okay, and where do you I've got my stuff. Where do I put that for you?
We have lockers just beyond the baths as well.
Okay, because last time I was in a house of heavenly bodies, I got stuff stolen.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. I can assure you security here is top quality. You might have noticed that we've got quite a few guards about.
Okay, did the guards stop raccoons?
I would imagine so.
Well, that's good to hear. Guys, I think we're good to go.
Right this way. She stands up, very dazed, just begins leading you towards
It's just a question.
one of the larger arches. As you walk through and you see there are numerous baths. There we go. Set into the ground. And she points over to one of the doors just on the opposite side. She goes, if you just follow this path there, this is the dry path. Head over to the locker rooms over there. Leave your stuff in. You should be safe. And there are slips in your lockers as well, if you wish to change into one, or you may come out nude. It's entirely up to you.
And
Please
any
enjoy.
stuff we want washed, where do we put that?
Oh, just leave that here with me.
Okay, because this armor's new, so just be very careful with it.
Right. Right. Her expression changes as you take it off and just hand it to her.
It should be fine because the creature that it was built from was, amphibious in nature.
Right.
So the water
just hold on a
shouldn't
moment before you start changing here.
Hmm.
She runs back and she grabs a larger basket and she goes, "Okay, just place your belongings that you want washed into these baskets here, and just leave them within the locker room, and an attendant will be in shortly."
Thank you.
She gives you a nod and looks like she wants to say something before she thinks better of it and just turns around and walks back to the front desk.
I've noticed, guys, that the people that work here are very anxious. They always seem to be worried about something.
You mentioned raccoon. That
Yeah.
wouldn't happen to have anything with the raccoon that you and Vayne had encountered at the guild.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, same guy. I don't know if he comes out this far, but, it could have been just coincidence that he found us. But I don't like taking chances. Don't you even start with that. It's nonsense and you know it.
Well, I'm going to slip off into that petal bath over there. You're free to join me in a bit.
Sure.
See you in a bit.
Righto. And you head on over, and you feel the dry path that this woman mentioned. As you're walking along it, there's a slight hiss and sizzle as you see splashes from the bath. The water hits the stone here, and it sizzles off immediately, and you realize, okay, there's some kind of heating to it that keeps this path dry. You head over to the lockers, change your bits and bobs, put away into the little baskets whatever accoutrement you want to be washed.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take a slip if you wish and head back to the baths.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, as soon as you walk in, Vayne is just floating
Of
in the
course.
water. I don't know what's in this bath, but it feels lovely.
It's probably some kind of salt.
I imagine so. You see his just eyes closed, floating in the water. If you petals flow in from the little waterfall that's nearby, constant torrent, and soothing sounds of water.
Just spend most of the wash thinking intently.
Okay. You see everyone else in the bath, in the bathhouse. It's just la 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 la, and then there's just Kato in the corner, just ahead, staring at the water. It's like that. Oh, have you? Like that
Thinker
meme.
statue.
No. You know the meme. That woman is in court, and she finds out that the husband had found out that she was cheating, and she just goes like frozen mid. She's just blinking, mouth smiling. I'll have to send it to you in a bit. You're just staring down at the water. What's going on?
Similar to the last time Rook was in a bathhouse, he's in the water for about 2 minutes, and then he stands up with the expectation that everyone's done, looks around, see that everyone's still enjoying the bath, and then just sort of slowly sits down again.
So
Oh, I
we're
know
gonna
which meme you
convince-
meant.
Sorry?
I know which meme you meant.
How are we gonna convince this kid to be a upstanding citizen?
Well, we don't even know what aspect of the character isn't an upstanding citizen.
Well, at first it means finding out what this kid has done to need this kind of talk.
Right. I think we should assume the worst.
I mean, he might just litter.
Right, but if we make a strategy to handle the worst case scenario, then
Well,
everything else follows suit.
what's the worst case scenario for a kid?
They
Um,
fall in with a bad group. They start turning their friends into zombies.
I don't think this is a mini Vaprik.
Well,
No.
you said what's the worst case scenario?
fair. That's fair. I guess I
Probably-
figured more along the lines of, like you said, bad group, stealing,
Stealing, maybe vandalizing with rod and
Yeah.
axe or something.
vandalism.
Mm-hmm.
But
How
I
old
do
did the Sith
suppose.
say they were?
Don't believe it
I
did.
don't think.
I
I don't think
didn't.
it did.
It only mentioned that it was a kid daughter, so
True.
not really sure on age, but
Perhaps entering the rebellious teen phase.
probably.
Sorry,
You sent the meme?
I did.
I have seen that. Yes.
It's a good one.
I think you sent that to me at one point, just in like our chats.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably entering the rebellious teen phase.
It does indeed sound like it.
Were you rebellious as a child, Kato?
Well, that's something interesting.
As a child, no.
As an adult?
Does he seem rebellious?
Were
don't
you rebellious in
I-
some other state of being?
Hmm. I guess. I guess I've had a resentment.
What about you, Roshana? You're from a church? Were you always in a church?
Well, I used to come from a orphanage before I got adopted by a lovely couple.
You as well?
Yeah. There were many kids there and many groups, and I had one friend who did like to get in trouble. So sometimes I also got in trouble. Not to say that I didn't go along with them. But sometimes you need to have fun, right?
I suppose.
And feel like I'm an orphanage is
It's a place where kids without parents
oh
grow up. If they are lucky.
Sometimes.
And if they are even more lucky, they get foster parents and eventually get adopted.
like you.
Yeah.
Yes. Got it. And you lucky as well, Kato.
This is-
Oh,
this-
silence.
It's killing me.
Uh,
Maybe we should change topic. I don't think.
so you guys have experience around rebellious kids then?
Yeah,
Um,
a little.
well, it was just me and one other girl when I was growing up. I think the most rebellious thing I did was try to run away from home once, but I hopped outside the window and realized that there wasn't anywhere to go.
Hmm.
So that put a bit of a dampener on it rather quickly.
Yes. Hi. As I was going to say before, Discord cut me off.
Oh, sorry. Is that what happened? Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah. He hears ran away from home, and then just 1,000-yard stare.
That's alright. You don't need to like tell everything. It can be a sore patch.
What about you, Rook? What was your home life like?
Well, I suppose like it was good. I didn't know many people. Most of my life, early life, was just me and my parents. It wasn't until I left home that I really knew people independent of my family. I mean, the people came by. There were merchants, travelers, sometimes adventurers. But it wasn't until my mother passed that I fully left home.
Hmm.
But no, it was good.
You seem to be handling yourself well.
I'm a little out of my depth in these cities. If we were outside the walls, I think I would be more comfortable and confident. But one does not learn by staying in comfort.
That is true. I think you're taking care of things wonderfully, Rook.
I hope so. Sometimes I feel like I'm stepping out of line or, saying something silly.
Oh, don't worry. If you say something silly here, apparently they'll just tell you right away that you're being stupid.
Oh, then I'm doing good.
That was the most Vayne answer I think.
Mhm.
Just
Thank you. I'm
could
trying.
have. Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
very on point. Oh my
guy.
god. It's just with the female voice. Oh, that was great.
I've got dark vision.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. There we go. We don't even need him now. He's just already here. It's nothing. It's like he's still here.
We could probably set up a macro that does that.
Ugh.
No doubt you have the soundbite.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. I
have
might as
dark
well.
vision. You're all certainly the more. Oh, how do I say this? Long-lasting group of people I've encountered.
That's I don't mean to come off as cold, but it's been like 3 days, so that's very sad.
Yes. Well. This might sound a bit dark or even colder, but most groups I encountered did not last that.
Why?
Like dangerous work or
Well, whether it be dangerous work or mismatched motivations.
That's a good point. You know, it's hard to work with people when you're pulling in opposite directions.
Yes.
Which is, I guess, a good point. Is there a reason that each of you joined the guild? Personally, sorry, go ahead.
Improvement. Just like you said, right? One cannot learn in comfort.
It certainly makes things difficult. Easy to stagnate. Personally, I came here because I'd never seen a place like this before and felt like a good opportunity. But in time, I would like to be able to go out again and continue my delving into the forgotten.
Fancy yourself an explorer of sorts.
I like to think so. It's when you're a kid running through forests and the change that you see besides the seasons is structures stuck and lost beneath the earth. It's like a gift. It's always stuck with me. There's a lot of things that have been forgotten in the world, and you'd be surprised how interesting it can be.
I know a little bit about what you mean.
So perhaps if any of our jobs take us outside the city, which they may in time, we can engage on a little bit of light dungeon delving.
Dungeon, you say?
Well, dungeon ruin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
I was thinking dungeon, like dungeon cell. It's been on my mind quite a bit recently. In my defense,
I don't think I've ever come across a ruined, abandoned dungeon. Usually the things that stand the test of times are things that people want to be, protected. Like religious sites and the like.
Interesting.
Well, there were some elven ruins from what I recall back in northern Cadmia.
I guess just as well too. If this temple cannot offer answers, maybe one of these ruins might.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, if you're talking elven ruins alone, elves live a long time. They've had a lot of cities. Unfortunately, a lot of them aren't still standing, so...
All the same to me. That just means more possibilities to find answers. If one temple has one part of the story, another temple might have the other.
Well, you're assuming that your problem is related to these temples.
Fair.
It could, but I wouldn't recommend getting your hopes up. The odds of walking into an abandoned structure that has been lost for hundreds of years and it having some connection to you personally is quite rare.
Slim.
As you're all lazing about, taking your baths and whatnot, scrubbing up, or just sitting and waiting for other people to finish scrubbing up, you do see that same attendant that had spoken to you back at the front desk walks by with baskets. You see 2 other attendants follow her, carrying your bits that you wanted laundered. And she gives you a smile and points towards the locker room and says, we'll have your items ready when you are.
Thank you.
And then they head on over to the locker room.
Well, I think we should get a move on.
Yeah.
You do hear every now and then,
Is Vayne sleeping?
just a little bit.
A splash
I
of
just-
water over his
yeah,
face.
Yeah, just
Get up.
the finger splash.
he begins to roll over and then.
Rough night, Vayne.
Yes, actually.
I mean, I can imagine it being harder to sleep without plans to around.
I do miss him.
We all do.
Do you need a moment to talk about your dreams?
Oh, no, well, I do have this recurring one of being, I don't know, bitten by a crate. But then
Mm,
not
that was
waking up.
real.
that wasn't
I mean-
a dream.
It wasn't a dream.
I know,
It
but
was
it
a real
happened
thing.
again in my dream.
Ah, I
Ah.
see. Yeah.
And don't worry, between myself and Roshana, we'll keep you on your toes.
Thank you, I do appreciate it.
Oh.
Righty.
I will stand and
Mhm.
make my exit.
Same.
Yes.
I suppose I should get out before I get all pruny. Vayne follows.
Surprised you aren't pruny yet.
Well, I have a certain resistance to heat.
Fair.
Body's able to withstand certain pressures.
I'd have thought it was the water that would do the pruniness. No.
Maybe. He looks down at his hands then and he shows them to you and you see his thumb has gotten quite pruny.
You've been into the water too long.
Okay. Alrighty. You dry up, get your belongings. You see that your clothes have been freshly laundered and tendered to. Left into little cubby holes for you. Collect
More
your
crime
pieces.
and dirt and sewage on anything.
And you are squeaky clean, smelling fresh.
I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this kid to throw dirt at us.
Or on an axe.
I ring a bell.
You ring a bell. Okay, and we'll take
Ring,
a
ring,
13-minute break. We'll be back at the hour.
Sure.
That's all right.
Sure.
And- Oy, oy, oy. Excuse me. You good to go?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Mm,
It's
check my water.
always you, Kato. Okay.
Eh.
Okay. We'll say it's just roughly past noon by the time that you guys arrive at your next destination.
Mhm.
You see, while you're in the more industrious part of the city, being the eastern quarter, this area is quite nice. It seems that some influence from the merchants district has spilled out into this area. The houses here are a little bit larger than some of the others that you've seen in these parts. perfectly nice townhouses, and your driver eventually stops outside one and goes, that seems to be the address.
Well, guess it's time to see this kid.
So,
If possible, we should try to speak to the parents or guardians first.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get some sort of profile on the child.
You say profile like the child's a criminal.
I mean, might be.
In the making.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, perhaps I'm not the best to speak to them. But let's see. You walk up to the front door. It seems to be like an L-shaped house. You rap on it, and you hear a couple of footsteps behind as a woman approaches. See, fair-skinned woman with long black tresses. Oh, hello?
Yes, we're here about the child. I think you put out a form that said you're having some problems.
Oh, right. That's what you meant. Well, we're about to sit down for lunch in about an hour or so, so please, come in. I'll bring you over to the map now.
Oh, there's a map.
Ooh.
There's a map.
Yeah, there's a battle map.
I also-
no.
In fairness, you've seen me do maps for basically all kinds of shit now
No,
at this
I
point.
know.
Yeah.
Rude.
But
Oh,
it's-
I'm not humongous. I'm sad
But
now.
it's all a
Oh.
ruse.
Big lady.
She's trying to convince us that it isn't a fight and not to be prepared.
The kid is the BBG.
Yes. Besides, you see the
I
woman.
mean, it maybe depends on how this goes.
This is our child refers to a swirling vortex of light. Oh,
Just.
that is a sphere of annihilation.
Oh no.
Listen, adoption happens
This is-
here.
This is our child. She eats everything that she comes in
Oh my
contact
god.
with.
Yeah. Sphere of annihilation just floats down the stairs. Oh.
Oh, you're a hungry little
Mother.
one, aren't you?
Father,
Yeah.
I wish to devour.
Oh my god.
No, you'll spoil your appetite for dinner.
Oh yeah, we're just about sitting down for lunch. During the lunch.
You're on the table.
Yes, we've got 5 tons of mason stone on the way to London in an hour for them.
Okay.
And reality reasserts itself.
Yes, reality. You see the woman ushers you in, and goes, "Oh, yeah." You see this gentleman, rather well dressed. You know he's well dressed because he's got a cravat on. Well, and he's reading the paper, and he goes, "Oh, thank you." And he's there looking at the motley crew that you are. They're here to speak to Isabel. Right. Oh, the Adventurers Guild posting, he says, looking
Yes,
over at all of you.
Upon your request, we're here to speak to your child, not just out of our own volition.
Well, that's reassuring. Thank you. Where is she at the moment? She's upstairs.
Do you want to tell us what the issue is first?
Yes. She puts her hand on her husband's shoulder and goes, well, we finally recently just moved here, and she hasn't taken quite well to the move just yet. She's starting school soon, and she's quite anxious, and she's lashing out. Well, to be honest, anything that she gets her hands on, she'll just throw or put in a completely bizarre location. I found a pot in the chimney as I was cooking dinner. And I don't mean like in the fireplace itself. I mean up the chimney.
Right.
That's odd.
Yes.
How old is she?
Oh, she's 6.
And does she have
Okay.
any innate magical abilities?
They share a look. Magic? No, don't think so.
You
Okay,
did you saw her throw the pot up the chimney?
Yes, she was right beside me.
Okay. Can you tell us what she was like before the move?
Well, just a happy-go-lucky little dumpling.
Did she have many friends in the city you left?
Well, we're only a district away from where we were before.
What
She did have-
district did you come from?
Oh, we were in the southern district before.
Ah,
Yes, I got a new job and been able to afford us a better livelihood, better upbringing for Isabel.
Right. Did she have many friends in the southern district?
They share a look and go, yes, quite a few.
Hmm.
Anyway,
I'm assuming she's having trouble making friends now.
well, that's the thing. She hasn't started school yet, and as much as she
Right.
tries to go out and play with the other kids, it's always difficult when you're in a new place. And she's at that tender age as well, where she's starting to learn about who she is as a little human being.
Hmm.
In some
Okay.
respects, I do regret the move. We're just trying to do what's best for her.
Of course. Hmm. What is the worst of her antics? What is an incident that sticks out in your mind, other than the chimney incident?
Well, there was one time where, well, it was only just a few nights ago, I suppose. Worry about her so much. She was just banging the doors at all hours of the night. And, I would try and settle her and bring her back into bed and talk to her and tell her that, it's not acceptable and she needs to sleep. She's a growing girl and, her daddy's working in the morning and I mean it was non-stop. I think she wore herself after a while, but after that I had her grounded and she's staying in her room right now.
Does she ever mention the reason that she is upset? I mean, you said you imagine it's because of the move, but has she said it as much?
Well, she has said that she wanted to go back home to our
see.
previous house. She didn't
I
like
see.
it here.
if you'll excuse me, I'll go talk upstairs with Elizabeth. What's her name?
Isabel.
Isabel. I will talk with Isabel.
Um,
Because hearing the adult side is always a different look than hearing from the kid themselves.
Of course.
You're completely right. Yes.
So I will go upstairs.
Alrighty. Please, hers is, and let me check the map and see which door it is. It's the first door, to your left as soon as you reach upstairs.
Alright, thank you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna need you guys to zoom out for a moment.
30%.
Damn, I'm
Yeah,
at 50.
yeah. Roshana, as you go up, you should take this with you. And Rook reaches into his cloak and pulls out an owl.
You see
Okay.
that both the parents, their mouths are just agape.
I'll put the owl on my shoulder.
It's got an owl in his. I completely forgot about that.
Is it house trained?
Yeah.
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 he looks at them as if they said something like completely insane, and he just says, "It's not real."
They're just staring open-mouthed at you.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So first there's this, or first there's this?
First door is this one, as you.
Alright.
correct.
I will knock gently.
Go away!
I'm not your mother or your father. I want to talk. Is that alright?
You hear complete silence for a moment
Mm-hmm.
before you hear thunk onto the ground and hear footsteps walking towards the door. And the door gently presses open. And you see as you'd expect, a small human child, black hair, with got bangs, just looking up at you, a little bit eye wide.
Hey there.
That was good.
The fucking owl.
Wow.
Can I get a who?
Hoo-hoo.
Hello?
Hi. Your parents told me that you're having trouble with the move.
Well, not really. I just don't
There's-
like the house.
The house. What's wrong with the house?
Scary things happen.
Oh boy, here we go.
Do you want to tell me what kind of things? If you feel scared about them, you can hold this owl while talking to me about them.
And she just stares wide-eyed at the owl. Can I really?
Yeah, of course. And I'll reach and give the owl
And,
emotional support owl.
and it is pretty big compared to this very small 6-year-old.
Oh no!
She
He's
ha-
very placid, though.
Did you trim the talons?
What if he needs some?
Oh no!
The owl
I heard it,
gently
child.
grips onto her arm, and she's
Her
just
poor arm.
staring wide-eyed, going, "Wow,
It's pretty, right?
yeah." And she begins stroking it with her other hand. And
It's my friend.
the door opens up completely now. You can see the inside of the room.
Yay.
You see one of the bookcases has been completely toppled. Books and everything just being ripped
Mm-hmm.
from it. You can see there is a little, what's the word? Dresser or wardrobe here. And one of the doors has just been completely ripped off of it. The only thing that seems to be somewhat clean in here is the bed.
Yeah. Upon looking at that and her description about scary things happening, I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Boop. I will happily take that spell slot away.
Okay. Righty. You cast Detect Magic, you close your eyes for a moment, and when you open them again, that clouded, almost moon-like aura fills your vision. Excuse me! Just swallowed wrong there.
Oh boy.
You cast your gaze out into the room. That faintly silver gossamer sheen over everything. Take a quick glance about. Nothing appears to be magical.
So those scary things. What are they?
Yeah. And you see the girl now is just kind of like turned around and is walking with the owl back towards her bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's mine now.
Oh my god.
It only lasts for an hour.
I know. She sits there stroking
Well,
the owl
two.
and just, pets it every now and then. The owl kind of like shimmies its head into it. Well, sometimes things go missing, and sometimes there's bangs in the night.
Oh,
It's very loud and very scary.
I can understand that, especially because this is a new place.
Oh my god.
Hey, DM, just for your own knowledge, Rook is standing between these two guys, but he's not paying attention because he's perceiving through the oil at the moment.
I guessed.
That's why I just decided to give the child the owl.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to insight check the child to see if they're lying out of their teeth.
Go for it.
I know they're up to something.
I mean, it makes it easier for me.
It's a child, though. How good lying could it be?
The child seems fishy.
Oh?
Hmm.
Books started falling off of over there, and she points over at the bookcase.
Mm-hmm.
And Mum gave out to me, but it wasn't me.
Yeah, because your mom told me that you put a pot somewhere where it doesn't belong.
A pot.
Yeah, when she was cooking.
No, I saw the pot go up there. I tried to get it back.
It went up there. How did it? Did it move on its own?
It went zoom.
Hmm.
She begins playing with the owl's feathers and even opens up a wing or two.
Hmm. That is odd. But nothing else scary?
And you see that she's looking about the room.
Mm-hmm.
With your passive insight, you would know that she seems quite on edge.
You can talk about it to me. There's nothing here that will... I think, at least, there's nothing here that will come to scare you now.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
No.
Yeah, her eyebrows furrow and she kind of just turns away from you a little bit, sets the owl down in the bed and kind of just curls up, head, towards her knees. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm not saying you did. It would just be easier if you talked about it. What's bothering you and the scary things. Because your parents are worried about you.
But they think I did something wrong and I didn't.
Well, it's because they don't really understand what is going on, and now they feel guilty for making you move to this place because they think that you don't like it here.
You see her eyes scan the room again.
what specific direction?
You take a look, and there doesn't seem to be any specific direction, but she seems to be. Her eyes linger on different points for a moment before they shift.
Mm-hmm.
She takes a look at the fireplace, takes a look at the little chair that's over here, the wardrobe.
Uh-huh.
Casts a glance over to the bookcase as well. That's kind of just been tossed.
I'll go take a look at those things.
Okay. Take a look at the fireworks, the fireplace. first.
Fireworks. Yes, I will take a look at the fireworks.
Okay.
In the 6-year-old's room where they're
Indeed.
supposed to be.
I mean, now we know. Now
Right
we
in
know
the
what's wrong. She's an arsonist.
She's just getting limber for the fire. Is there anything that you're looking for in particular at the fireplace?
Not really. Just something that would scare a child.
Okay. Give me a perception check, please, or investigation. Sorry.
Oh,
That's 4.
Okay. That's the
Uh,
-6, so 11.
11. There does seem to be a few ashes here in
Mhm.
the fireplace. Most of them have been swept up. But aside from that, there doesn't seem to be
But-
anything.
They're not recent? The ashes?
No, they don't seem to be. No.
Okay. Odd. You sure you don't want to tell me? Because I can't find anything that's very scary here.
No.
Well, guess you think it's okay if I tell your parents that you think something scary is here?
I don't know.
Okay. You hold on to that owl for me, okay? I'll come retrieve it later.
Okay.
I'll go talk with your parents for a little bit, and I'll go back to the parents.
Ready.
I'll give Rook a look.
Rook is blind
I know. I know.
and deaf and watching, ever vigilant.
And watching. As you come
Uh,
downstairs with Roshana, Rook.
Mhm.
Up in the room, you see the chair in the corner starts moving, starts rocking back and forth.
Oh my god. Oh no.
that the owl's head just like slowly turns towards the child, and
You see
then just
that there's tears start to form in her eyes.
Oh my god.
for the moment, the owl will act as a regular owl,
Mhm.
But it will be close to the child.
Oh my god, this place haunted, man. Oh my god.
That was interesting.
How is she?
She is. Well, as she told me, I'm actually not. She told me I'm not allowed to say this, but she's not the cause of things being thrown.
Right.
She says there's some scary things in this place.
Scary. How?
Mhm. She didn't like to tell me because she seemed really scared. But yeah, I don't know. When did you get this place? And do you know the previous owner?
Sure, look, it was only about 2 months ago. 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't know the previous owner. We went through a estate agent to get this place.
Did they tell you anything about this place?
No, just that it was newly on the market and we snapped it up. It was a good deal.
Rook will his hand will begin to raise, feeling around for Kato.
Mm-hmm.
And once he grabs a shoulder, he'll move his hand up towards his head, feel that it's Kato, and then just start tapping Kato on the side of the head, and then gesturing towards his own head.
Is everything all right?
Yes.
Yes, our companion is. He's a bit hard of seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my apologies.
So sometimes we have to guide him around.
Yeah.
Get in my head, Kato.
Yeah, I'm waiting if DM wants a deception check.
They generally don't know what's going on. So
Okay.
you're good, my guy.
I have
Alright,
a question though.
Mhm.
I do want to cast the Zone of Truth, but I don't know if it will extend to the upper floor or not.
What is the range on Zone of Truth?
Yeah.
Range is 60 feet.
Is it 60 feet in a spot you choose, or is it
Does it move with you?
the whole area is 60 feet?
Well, I was looking through D&D Beyond, and it says range area 60 feet dash 15 feet, and then a sphere.
Sphere. Okay.
Yeah, so it's probably a sphere, kind of.
It is. So you are standing in one position, and at the point 60 feet away from you, you can choose a sphere, like a spherical area.
A sphere of 15 feet, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Fireball, where
Oh
well,
yeah.
I guess it's not like Fireball, but
The effect's very different. But yeah.
I'm gonna drop some absolute fire.
You can cast it in 120 feet, but the area is 20 feet radius. Same kind of concept.
So I don't think you'd be able to. Definitely not in the positions that they're in right now. Would you be able to do it? But
oh, of course. I mean, it will not get the child.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. I will telepathically to Rook. Yes, there's. What is it?
Hi, Kato. So I've left the I'm looking through the owl's eyes at the moment. As soon as Roshana stopped talking to the child and left about the scary thing, a rocking chair in the side of the room just started to shake. Can you ask Roshana something for me?
Okay. I'm assuming the same manner that we're speaking now.
No, I don't care. She is like a cleric, right? She can do the clerical magic stuff.
Yes, I
Does
believe.
she have that ability that allows them to go Ooga Booga, scary bad guys go away to undead and stuff?
Ooga Booga.
I think that's my favorite way someone has referred to turn undead.
I love.
My favorite.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I love Rook.
That's my
Rook.
favorite.
Ooga Booga scared the undead away.
I gotta keep that.
It should be in famous words, though.
It will.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Christ.
That was. Oh my god. Ooga Booga, make this game go away.
Oh.
It's clerical magic. I don't really.
That was. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back. Yeah. I will. I'll ask. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I'll check. I will turn to Roshana. Telepathically, so as to not. I guess. alarm the parents because suddenly talking about turning the bat away. So telepathically, Rook wants to know if you're capable of turning away evil spirits, something like that.
Well, not right now. I might be after a day, but how so?
Oh, because he said that as soon as you left, the rocking chair started moving.
I'm trying to keep a straight face.
Okay, I'm gonna say
So,
during all of this that Vayne has been chatting away to the two.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
he's
otherwise
completely
it's
silent.
like in silence. Yeah, so I don't know if you like have something for that, or
Not right now. It will take a day for me to be able to.
Have you used Turn of this day?
No, but I don't have that in my I mean, I have it, but it's not prepared.
It's a channel
turn
divinity.
a
Channel Divinity,
yeah.
I believe.
Oh, Channel Divinity? No.
It's not there?
Wait, let me.
It's probably on D&D Beyond.
because it's a
Yeah, I think it's on D&D Beyond. Let me see.
Probably just
because that's a
clerical
like
staple.
yeah, it's not a spell.
Which one?
Channel Divinity.
It's under it should be under your features.
Yeah, no, you don't have it here. That's why. That's my bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay.
Where is it?
So it should be under your class features. It should say Channel Divinity.
I mean, on D&D Beyond,
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I've turned on that and Twilight Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have that on you. I'll add it to your sheet later once I have the proper wording for it.
It's alright.
But yeah, trying
You
to
have it.
refer to that.
Okay. Then yes, I do. that entire conversation wasn't needed.
It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, I was thinking about spells like protection
Yeah.
from evil and good. So
Sorry, I'm just gonna add this out here.
it's okay.
It's not bad.
I mean, I already was like, why do I have that in D&D Beyond and not in Roll20?
It's all good. So you could possibly deal with this.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Turn back to Rook. She said that she can deal with it. But do you think we should inform the parents now? Also, you're muted.
No, I was rambling. Rook said, "I'm not sure if it'll be effective, but could be worth a try. Also, the rocking chair hasn't made any moves of ill intent yet. I'll continue to watch."
The rocking chair has made no moves yet.
Thank you.
Rocking menacingly. Right.
I mean, I don't know the specifics of the magic, but if they can get themselves into a position that would affect a creature, if it is of a type, I'm just assuming because it's hiding in its moving stuff, that feels like ghost.
Right.
It could, if it is a creature, it could also be one of those sneaky little fey bastards.
Faye?
I'm gonna get that raccoon. I swear to God, if that raccoon's in that room. Familiar eating good.
Oh God, I just love that Poobell is basically just Pingu. I love it. Okay. Well, then we'll need some sort of a plan, because I think the parents should know, but we also don't want to alarm them too much.
I mean, just ask her to go upstairs and, like, do it. And if there's something there, then, then we don't really need to explain much. We can be like, look, thing.
Okay. Turn to Roshana.
Yes?
Can you go and try your I suppose your technique or method?
Yeah, definitely. I will go upstairs again.
Okay.
I'll turn to the parents and say, I think I can try again with your daughter. I think she's just unnerved.
Oh, have you thought of something?
Yeah, I think I might have a solution. I'll be back. And I'm going upstairs.
Roshana, could you check on my owl, please?
Sure. I once again knock on the kid's door.
Oh my gosh.
It's me again.
As you walk in, Roshana, you hear the creaking of the chair, and you turn immediately and it just stops.
I will immediately cast Channel Divinity, turn on that.
Okay, you grab a hold of your...
Beep.
Beep.
Beep. Beep.
Grab a hold of your amulet.
Beep, 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 get out of my seat.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, you're holding on to your holy symbol. And the air begins to whip around you as your hair lifts up. The child and the owl stare at you with wide eyes as this happens. Some papers begin to fall, and even the chair moves slightly. Let's see. Okay. Oh, righty. Your hair settles down. You open your eyes again. You see a couple of papers from the pretty much torn up bookshelf kind of, slowly fall to the ground. And the girl looks at you. What did you do?
I think I know what's going on. And I'll look towards the chair.
Yeah. Chair is not moving.
Perhaps now you might want to be honest about what the scary thing is. Because maybe I can help it go away.
You see the little girl looks pretty unsure and is kind of grasping hold on the owl now a bit too tightly. Okay.
The thing I just did is hopefully making the thing go away. At least as long as I'm in the room right now. And they can also see or hear me, I hope.
Okay. see she's kind of whipping her head back and forth again.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a, an exorcist kind of way where it kind of just starts to go back and forth and then just, whoa, 360 around the head.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
I like the owl. She's imitating.
Ooh. That's not healthy.
It's not. I'll go towards the chair.
Okay.
Like.
You take a look at the chair. Just give me an investigation check, please.
Right to. Investigation? No.
Oh dear.
Why
Oh my
me?
gosh.
Why?
Because I'm too awkward to be around children. I make them cry.
You take a look. It's a rocking chair. Roshana, just as you're looking at the chair, a book goes flying past you and hits the wall off to the side here. Fucking mouse! There we go. Coming from this direction, over from the bookcase.
Maybe you shouldn't throw books, and maybe you should just present yourself and talk.
Another book gets thrown at you.
Oh jeez!
Does an 18 hit?
Dude, oh my God!
An 18 hits!
Okay.
Do we hear this? Do we hear like things being thrown?
You don't right now. I mean, Rook has seen it. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as
Oh my God!
as the book just buffs you in the face.
Ow! Hey, just because you're pissed doesn't mean you get to take it out on me.
Alrighty, good luck everyone. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, no.
My gosh! Wow.
Well, here we go. Fighting ghosts.
And this is in goodwill.
Yes.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh wow. And I thought I rolled shitty.
I hate this fucking family.
I need a... Hold on, I have to roll for his nibs as well.
Oh.
Initiative! He'll come up as me, but it's him. I didn't select the blanket token! Turn. Next point on Nemen. Oh shit, no. I need a... I didn't think of this actually, I need a different token for that. My apologies.
That's okay.
I'm just going to use a crate. Because crates are scary.
Can I have
mean...
an owl?
If I have an owl, hold on. NPC. I should have an owl.
There should be an owl.
Okay. I have a snowy owl or just a brown barn owl. What would you like?
And give me the brown.
Brown. Okay, I will futz with the size of the owl later, but that's the owl for now.
He's a big boy.
Do you want to add roll for the owl?
Sure, you will. Well, let me actually check if he operates on my turns or.
I don't think it's your turn. I think it's immediately after yours.
Yeah.
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 Okay, then I'll remove
Yeah.
Mr. Owl. And Vayne was... Why didn't that go through? Rude.
But yeah, you might want to give me permission to move, Mr. Owen,
Apologies.
to save yourself some heartache.
Where is it? Control fine, there you are. There you go.
Thank you.
Descending. Okay. Top of the round. Rook. You just see a book bonk Roshana in the face through the eyes of the owl. What would you like to do?
So no creature or like has made itself visible as of yet.
No.
God. How to handle this? I'm not really equipped to deal with ghosts. Rook will just stand up. He will come out of his familiar's vision.
Mhm.
And he will just like look towards Kato and be like, "Yeah, there's like a ghost upstairs or something. We gotta go deal with it. It's throwing books and terribly hurting Roshana." Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I assume that puts me over here?
Yeah.
Dash 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And as a bonus action, I will just cast Shillelagh.
Mm-hmm.
And Rook will just say, "Come on, you ghost piece of shit. Step out."
Rook!
There are
Rook!
children
Language!
here.
The child is. Would you like your...
There's a ghost here. Do you really think language is the priority?
Isabel, please go downstairs.
So
Oh,
the
me?
thing
Doesn't
about
mean she will
the
have-
thing about Rook having
No.
tact.
He does not.
Would you like your owl to do anything? The fact of being
The
squeezed to
owl,
death by this poor child that has no idea what's going on.
the owl will stay with the child and will move with the child for the moment,
Okay.
just in case anything happens, because I can cast touch spells through owl.
Yes, very nice.
It's the box's turn.
It is now the box's turn indeed.
I do not like.
Excuse me. Okay, you see from the bookshelf, Rook, one of the books that has just been kind of tattered and left open slaps shut and lifts slowly into the air before being pelted in your direction. I think with a 6, I think you're alright. It just slams behind you into the door.
And am I from that attack? Do I see or notice anything?
Other than it came from this direction.
And does Roshana's detect magic pick up anything from it?
It does not, no.
Nope.
Okay. Roshana, what would you like to do?
I will move over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see if I actually can do something. I stand there and I'll just, please, maybe we can talk this out.
Okay, just give me a persuasion check, please.
Alrighto. Persuasion. Hey!
Very nice. Okay, your words ring out into what feels like silence. We'll see what happens in a bit. Is there anything else you'd like to do in this turn?
Just in case there will be no, because it's not showing. So I will not do an attack.
Okay. Next one.
Oh, I'm so stupid. No, it's alright. I'll wait for
Sure?
next turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is now Vayne's go. You said that out loud to Kato, didn't you, Rook? About there being a
Yeah.
ghost upstairs? And she goes, oh, so sorry. He says to the folks who are just here. What's he gonna do? Yeah, he's gonna do like the rest of you and just dash upstairs. Bring him up to 35. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And he'll kind of just scooch himself up against the wall. Where is it?
Points at bookcase.
Okay. He will give you Bardic Inspiration, Rook.
Okay.
Uela Bardic Inspiration. There we go. That is his go. Next up, we got Kato. What would you like to do?
I'll do a bit of housekeeping and say to the parents, it is likely that there is an entity disturbing your daughter, and my companions have gone to deal with it.
What do you mean? You see the two of them have just been watching each of you just run up the stairs.
Yeah.
And hearing the word ghost, or just eyes wide, and they're turning towards the stairs themselves.
There's nothing to worry about. We are professionals. They're handling the situation, trying to keep your daughter safe. It's very possible that this entity has been disturbing your daughter, and that could be why you're having issues.
She won't tell us the truth. They share a look with each other. And we'll come back to that in a bit. Rook, what would you like to do?
Oh, wait, she said, they said she was telling the truth?
Yeah, that it wasn't her.
Okay. So they just weren't believing her.
Mhm.
Okay.
Straight off the bat, there's like the look from the little girl. Is it just like panic, as in an oh no, he's been found, or is there anything else I can like glean? Like what's her state at the moment?
You could do a full insight check, or we could just go with your passive, if you want. You'll get less with your passive, just so you know.
Yeah. I'll do an insight check.
A full
They
insight
have
check.
to-
Go for it.
Yeah.
Very nice. She just seems very fearful. She's kind of clutching onto the owl, has one of her heads over her hands, and has her head buried into her knees. Sobbing quite a bit. You kind of get the sense that she's just fearful for her life. This is like the terror that a child
Mhm.
feels.
And that was my action, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rook will move over here, and can he? What is this bookcase like? Is it just like a regular standing bookcase?
It is, but everything on it has either been torn or has fallen off.
Would it be an action for me to tummel the whole thing? For me to like put it down so all the books are underneath the shelf?
I mean, it's pretty flimsy bookcase. If you want to tumble it, sure. We'll say that as like an interact with an object movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that to remove ammunition from the equation.
Sure. Okay. Tumbles onto the ground. Books and papers go scattering.
Little girl, you should stand in between my two friends over there, please. They'll make sure nothing. Just hold on to the owl and nothing bad will happen. And that'll be my turn for the moment.
Okay. It is now the crate's turn. You watch as the door is bust right open, and in the far distance, Roshana, you spot as this little settee here begins to lift off the ground and just goes soaring in your direction.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Oh, don't know where that went. In the dice
so was
tray.
in that one. So was
That's 22 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
Only 5 points of damage.
Okay.
I say only. It's not nice to have a fucking settee thrown in your face. The rest of you
Not.
watch as this large piece of furniture just goes soaring through the air past this now open door and goes crashing into Roshana. That is his turn. Roshana, what would you like to do?
I thought I had something I could use, but I cannot because I do not have the stuff that require. I mean, I've one, but I need more.
One?
I wanted to use Sea of Visibility, but I need Talk, and I do not have that.
You need what, sorry?
Talk.
Does it have a material?
Yeah,
value?
it has. It's a pinch of Talk and small sprinkling
got
of
your-
powdered silver.
You've got your holy symbol though. The only time you need a specific spell component is if it has a price tag attached to it. If you've got something like a holy symbol or an amulet, you can do it in place
Thank
of the
goodness.
spell component.
Thank goodness, I was stressing out. Okay. Then I will use See Invisibility.
Very
And hope
nice.
I can see it and not have a concussion.
Okay, go for it.
Spell save is 14.
Ready.
I don't think it needs a save. I think you just see it.
No.
Right?
Yeah, I
It
think you can
says
see it.
it says a spell save of the DC of 14.
That might have just
I
been
think
me
it-
inputting it wrong.
Oh.
I think
In
it,
fairness.
yeah, I think it
Ah.
just like staples it.
Okay.
Okay, so Roshana,
Yes.
in the corner where you just saw the chair, the settee was before it was flung in your direction. You see a shadowy figure begin to form
Mhm.
as your seeing visibility allows you to see into the swirling mass of the ethereal plane before you. You see almost like shifting drapes and a few little almost fish and bird-like creatures in the distance. But what catches your attention is this glint, this smoky figure, which is inherently dark now that you can see it, standing in this direction.
I don't like that. I also say that out loud.
Yeah, you got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, it's Vayne.
Yes?
Your next attack, please do it directly in the corner over there.
He takes a look around the corner. Okay. Is that your turn, Roshana?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What can Vayne do? Sorry, no, I haven't got his sheet ready. I'm just like going, oh!
You can viciously mock them. I don't know if that requires you to be able to see the creature.
You'll just say you're so I'm so lucky you're invisible because you must be ugly.
Oh. You could see within range. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
He is going to do dissonant whispers. Because thankfully, you only need the person. You pointed out the direction as well, so
Yes, I pointed the
good.
direction out.
because he needs the person to hear them.
Ah.
Choice within range can hear. racking it with terrible pain. Taryn's was the save throw. Okay. Where's the wisdom? Damn it! Just one above.
Oh
Okay.
no.
And that is
Jeez.
3d6 psychic. Is missing. There we go. So that is 12 damage reduced to half. 6. Righty. And Roshana, you watch as this creature almost falls to one knee for a second as this Vayne takes out his viol and just shrieks across it with the bow. It's an awful sound as all of you kind of like clench, have to reach up to your ears for a second.
Note to self, do not make Vayne angry.
Okay, it's Vayne's go. He's going to give you, Roshana, Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
He's handing them out today. Bardic Inspiration. There you go. Oh no, so I'll put your
Thank you.
little tokens here. I have little quavers on them. Okay. Next up, we have Kato. What would you like to do?
Okay. I will say to the fine folks, after hearing what's essentially a couch being thrown.
Yep. And they're like holding on to each other now, looking upstairs. You see a bit of dust sifting down from the rafters above.
As I pass them, for your safety, should stay here. Okay, that's 30 gets me about there. Oh boy. Suppose I'll
boy.
dash.
Mhm.
$45, yeah. 50. I knew what else I was supposed to get from the general store. Next time.
Okay. Write it down so you don't forget.
Yeah.
You see through the store now that you see Roshana is kind of just clutching onto her head, little bit of blood dripping down as the you just see a smashed city off to the side here.
Where is it?
Corner.
Which one?
I point towards the corner.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. Have anything. Okay, I'll action surge and take the dodge action.
Okay. Throw her up there, plus.
Yeah, give me a second.
Love the stuff. Well, righty. Anything else you like to do? Or you're just taking the dodge action, aren't you? Yep.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay. Rook, what would you like to do?
Rook will run over towards the doorway and like follow Roshana's like line that she's pointing and looking at, because I don't need her to repeat the corner again. I don't think. Where is it? Oh,
My head is hurting.
it could have moved. I don't know.
In the direction the settee was thrown in, you're pretty certain.
Yeah. Yeah. and I will aim in that general direction and fire off a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Guiding bolt.
Please give me a roll at disadvantage, please.
Yes, yes. Guiding bolt, where are you? There you are.
That hits.
Hmm.
Okay, cool.
Roll damage.
Bam! Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Especially since it's radiant.
Very nice. Okay.
I will then take a where was I? Was there 5, 10, 15, 20. Take a step towards I think I need to be beside it to do that. I will use my bonus action to give the help action for the sheer purpose of giving temporary hit points to myself and Kato.
Very
Because
nice.
I can't get close enough to the creature to give him advantage on it.
Okay.
So that is let's see, or slash or 1d6 plus 2, 5 temporary hit points,
Very nice.
and that is my turn.
Oh, for who? Sorry.
Me and you.
All right.
Excuse me. Okay. Roshana, you watch as this figure kind of leans down for a moment before shooting straight up into the air, passing through the ceiling.
Guys, it's gone.
Oh, that's not good.
It went up.
Well, careful in case it comes back down.
As all of you are looking up, having just watched it go up, you do see that there is a little hatch into what looks to be an attic here.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Roshana, what would you like to do?
I will go here. Excuse me. Where's the thing for the attic?
Sorry, here.
Okay. I think that's yeah. I'll try and open it up. Or
Sure.
am I too short?
Say with your passive, you'd see on the door frame here,
Mm-hmm.
there does look to be, I can't think of the bloody name for it. It's like a metal bar with a hook at the end. And you've seen these
A
before.
handle.
Kind of. Yeah.
Mhm.
To pull down.
I pull down a lever.
That's a better word for it.
Yes.
And yeah, as you pull the hatch down, you watch as a small little dusty ladder comes onto the ground for you. And a cloud of dust picks up.
Well, guys, we can head upstairs.
Righty. Anything else? Bonus action wise?
Let's see. No.
Right.
I will say, just under the nature of guiding bolt, next
Oh, it should be
creature
glowing,
does have-
shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you all saw it zoom up into the attic.
Nyam.
Nyong. Alrighty. Next up, if there's something else, Roshana, we have Vayne.
It's Vayne's go.
Alrighty. I don't particularly fancy going up first.
Stay back and look after the child.
Yep, that sounds like a better idea. I'm gonna run over here. How many does he have?
Equal to his charisma, I believe.
Yeah, he'll give another bardic inspiration to Kato.
Woo!
Everyone's feeling very inspired today. Go get him.
Yeah, thanks.
Kato, you're up next.
Rook stuck in between that awkward interaction.
He's learning.
So she pulled the hatch down.
Yep. You've got access
Alright,
up there now.
Alright, I'll climb up.
Mm-hmm. It's just about, we'll say 10 feet for you to... 10, 15.
Okay.
15, we'll say, because you have to
Right.
shimmy past Roshana. And you are in complete darkness up here. I need
Oh,
you
no!
need you guys to zoom out again. But, because of the guiding bolt, there is this glowing figure. What color is he shining today, Rook?
Today he's like a light pale blue.
Okay. Hold on, I have to change that to blue.
We're having a spooky blue day.
Spoopy blue.
Spooky blue.
Nyom.
Kato, hit him with another guiding bolt. It's the only way.
Yes, of course, of course. Ah, I see. You are unfortunately out of my swinging range. However, you are within crossbow range, and I shoot.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It just... Oh, you
Wait.
got advantage.
Somebody forgot to roll with it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I am the silly goose.
Inspired.
Yeah, that hits.
6. Oh, never mind. Ignore that then. I'll save that for something when I need it.
Well, you rolled it now.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
11.
You watch as the crossbow goes immediately through this ghostly figure, and it ripples for a second. You see this little hole where the light, obviously from the guiding bolt, is illuminating it. You see this little hole that ripples for a second before it snaps back into position. It looks up at you, and then the light goes.
Oh, yeah, guys, I don't think ordinary weapons do anything to this. Also, it's very
Alrighty.
dark up here.
Damn your human eyes.
Okay. Next up,
Just
we
move,
have
move
yeah.
there.
this one
Give
too.
them
We have.
right there.
What would you like to do?
Up I go. How much movement does it take?
From where you're standing. I mean, it's exactly where Roshana is standing right now. So, like Kato,
Ah.
it's just 15 feet for you to get up to the
15.
top.
Okay. Oh, 15 up.
Mhm.
Can I see more of this room with my
Yes.
dark vision?
It's dark vision.
Do dark vision.
It's time for the duel.
Alright, Kato, I'm gonna need you to remember where it was. Is it still invisible, by the way?
It is still invisible.
Right, Kato, where was it? Where did you fire?
I fired in this way, this direction. So over here.
Okay. I will line up another guiding bolt.
Okay. Roll again with disadvantage, please.
Yup. Guiding bolt.
That hits.
Oh.
Roll damage.
Oh my god!
That was exactly what you needed. Okay.
Oh my gosh. You didn't even
the
need
end
me.
has arrived.
The end has approached.
We needed you to be able to see it in the first place, so I would think
Yeah.
that was quite necessary.
That's why I said I was stupid. I didn't see the spell in my list.
Uh-huh. It's a good spell.
I know.
Alrighty. Oof. It didn't. There we go. It's still there. That's great. Go away! Nobody likes you! There we go.
It's because it's a crate, actually.
Did it leave any gunk behind?
Give me an investigation check, please. Change the music as well, because this
Oh
is...
no. Wait, it's fine. Give me a second. Bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Boom!
I'm not gonna waste everything. I had to get another thing, but
I think you're okay, mate. You take a look at the ground, and it kind of just fell into like a little pile of dust. You see, this attic has been very, very dusty, and your footprints here are probably the first in a very long time.
And there's not just like a dead body somewhere, is there?
You take a look around, and no, there doesn't seem to be. But where you casted the guiding bolt, oh, you would have seen it because the light show. Because the guiding bolt would have hit it, it would have gone bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you did see it fall. And you would have seen as it was reaching for this crate here.
Ooh.
You see that in the dust, it did leave like a little handprint and what looks to be like a knee or something as it fell, reaching for this crate.
I'll do a little produce flame so Kato can see with his human eyes.
His special human eyes.
Yeah.
Hands out front and
And I'll light up the box and peer inside.
Inside, not much has been left. You do see that there are some old clothes inside. They have been what looks to be nibbled on by mice in the past. But they look to be costume clothes. Like, quite fancy, theatrical. Definitely not of this period. Even with your very limited knowledge of civilization, Rook, you would know that this is very different to what you see people wearing today. But you do see a small little, almost like worn velvet box at the very bottom. And it seems to be smoking. Black smoke. Just very, very gently.
Hey, Kato,
yep.
there's a smoking black box at the bottom of this box.
I will take a look inside and see if I can see the box.
Yep, with the produce flame you can see it.
Alright.
You just want to pick up the whole crate and bring it downstairs. I don't know if we should touch the black smoking box.
Probably not. I'll try and move the crate, see how heavy it is.
Sure, and it's not heavy at all.
Okay.
Whatever was in here has kind of just been eaten away over the years. Aside
Right.
from this box, though the outside of it you see is worn. The velvet has not survived. But again,
Shame.
it's smoking from the inside.
Roshana, we
the-
got it.
You got it?
Got it.
That's good. I'll go and tell Vayne.
Um,
Vayne, they got it!
Okay.
What's the condition of the smoking box?
The velvet's worn, but I should say it's...
Oh,
It's
I
rust-
thought the crate had velvet.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. I
The
see.
box is roughly the size of an A5 sheet. I feel like I've used that
Okay.
description a lot this campaign.
Yeah.
But it's the one thing that I know everyone can relate to.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll move the crate over. Yeah, Roshana,
Yes?
Catch.
there's yeah, there's a suspicious box inside of a crate. I'm lowering the crate to you,
Okay.
and I will lower the crate.
Easy enough.
And I will catch it.
By the two swonk people. Just Stwonk.
Stwonk.
I will zip myself back.
Hey, Owl, come over here. Touch this box.
Whoa!
Are you doing that with your hands?
Yes. I know what it is. It's tough.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Were you like a... I was gonna say, were you an internet
my
explorer as a child? Like a scout? Were you like a scout or something when you were younger? Or is it just something
No,
cool to do?
I went on a field trip once, and the guy who was leading it was doing that in secret to make people think there were owls there, and I saw him and I learned it.
Out of
Oh, that's cool.
sight. Nice. The owl trots over, looks up at
He's
you,
gonna
and
he's
then looks
gonna-
down at the box.
he head first falls into the box and touches the smoking box.
Dunk!
Are you alive? Okay, good enough for me. I'll lean down and grab the velvety smoking box.
Roshana, I want you to give me a religion check, please.
Alrighto. A religion.
Religion. 13.
I'm so happy
Okay.
it's a 13.
You also
Yeah.
have a
Not
you have a-
terrible.
you have an inspiration, don't you?
Oh,
That'll be gone in 10 minutes.
yes. That was 1d6, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, at least it's a
Okay,
16
okay.
now.
Much
Yeah,
nicer.
okay.
That creature, or whatever that you encountered,
Mhm.
you felt like something connect when you turned undead. But it was gone almost in an instant.
Mhm.
Like it zoomed away from you. And you almost thought, was that even there or not? But now that you had better encountered it and had a book thrown in your face, you're pretty damn certain this is a poltergeist. So
Lovely.
poltergeists are a certain kind of specter. They, in life, no, not particularly, what's the word?
No.
Malevolent.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. They're not. There's nothing extraordinary about them in life that led them to become
Right.
like this. However, poltergeists come about when the spirit that is left behind is confused, and they have no sense of how they passed. And in their anger and confusion and fury, they begin hurling objects just to cause a bit of misery that they're feeling within themselves. Sometimes, however, if they have a close attachment to a certain object, that object can hold them in a certain location. And given that you've just done off with this creature, and now you have this smoking box, you have a funny feeling whatever's in there is that object. You might have to get it cleansed in order to release the spirit fully.
Hey, parents.
Yes?
Do you want to come upstairs? We've dealt with it.
You see them rushing up.
This is the smoking box that made the scary monster.
We'll have
how?
to take the box with us to get it cleansed.
Please, thank you. I'm sorry. She rushes past you, Roshana, and basically
I'll
shoves
make
Vayne
way.
out of the way as she rushes over and just starts hugging and covering her daughter in kisses. I'm so sorry. I didn't believe you, darling. Okay, mummy. Okay.
Mm,
The man turns to you as Vayne kind of awkwardly shuffles away, and he turns towards you and goes, thank you. You've done us a great service, and the damage in here.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
poltergeist.
Yeah, the poltergeist threw
Yes,
stuff.
sorry about the damages.
No, it's fine. It's just so long as Isabella is safe.
Yes, she
We had
she
you in harm
should
all
be
this
all right
time.
now.
He turns towards his daughter. I'm so sorry, Isabel.
You guys didn't know, but my question is does this box belong to any of you, or was it here?
Where did you find us?
Upstairs in the attic. I guess.
We
I look at the
we
kid.
haven't even checked up there yet.
There's
Oh.
a good number of storage crates. I would go through them, make sure there's nothing else endangering.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe it would also be wise to get someone from a temple, like a cleric, to maybe clean it all up.
We will, most certainly. We cannot thank you enough.
It's no problem.
Hold on a moment, and you see he comes rushing out, past you two, and into his own room. You see the door opens up. This totally isn't
I
me
was
just-
wondering where their room was.
this totally isn't me just showing off the map because I fucking made it. You're gonna see it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I do pretty much put things down individually.
Mm-hmm. He runs over to a desk and pulls out a small sack. He goes, "It's not much, but please, take this."
we
Keep
I-
keep it.
keep it.
We- We
took
already
this-
took the job without pay in mind.
Yeah, this was out of goodwill.
Just put a good word in for us with the guild.
Well, certainly. Are you sure? This is. I don't mean to sound arrogant, but this business to me. You've saved my daughter.
Well, it is a job.
Just cherish the time
Yes.
with her. That is enough.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
And that is why you should be a good citizen and always do what your parents say and respect the laws. Nodding towards Kato.
You see out between the tears that they all have in their eyes, they kind of do turn towards you and smile a little bit, and you see the child. Now that the scary thing is gone, she leans forward and looks out between all of you. Goes, "Mummy, I want a stuffed owl toy."
I think now is the time we take our leave.
Yes. Yes.
You could use whatever's in that pouch to pay for the owl toy. Vayne says, looking at the pouch and kind of just turning himself away. Walking to
Very
the door.
painfully.
Yes.
Yeah, like.
Right. Shall we go?
Yes. Yes. We shall.
Wait, not into the bedroom. Yeah, to the.
Where's the
Yeah,
theft
you-
ring? I need to know.
It's
We're
in the
going into a
basement. We
different
know
kind
it's
of
in the
dungeon.
basement. It's right here. Look. Don't think I didn't know. I noticed the trapdoor the moment we stepped on this map.
Mhm.
And now we
Hey,
know
yo.
why the bunking noises are coming at night.
Oh god.
Come on, guys. What's down this corner that we can't see? What is it?
It's
Secret
mommy and
underground
daddy.
dungeon.
Already.
Okay, that was the humor for
Now
now.
that now that we're out of the house and away from the people, what's in the box?
Yes.
What's in the fucking box?
Oh wait, I'm holding the box now.
What's in the box?
Crunch of cereal. Oh,
Yeah, when
Frosted
we're
Flakes,
outside.
That's the meme. Frosted Flakes. Damn.
Now that we're outside of the house,
Okay.
I'll open the box.
Okay. You look inside, and a plume of black smoke erupts into your face, and you take a look at it. And it's a pair of earrings. Very nice
Rings?
earrings.
Oh.
Like teardrop-shaped pearls, and they're huge. Very,
Oh.
very costumey, as in, kind of matches the theatrical wear that you saw upstairs in the attic, Rook. Very fitting. Immediately, Vayne's eyes just zoom in on them and goes, ooh.
No, they might be cursed. You're not
Of
touching
course,
them.
I'm not, definitely not. Not with that crazy thing still about.
Exactly.
Hey, Kato.
Yeah.
I might be making a leap of logic here, but the creature that came from that, like, haunted earrings, right?
Right.
They like to, like, throw things violently with their mind powers.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, mind powers? Like you did what you did with that crate back in the warehouse?
yeah. I don't know if that's related.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It's giving me a headache.
That might have been the books and chairs. Do you need, like, healed or something?
I mean, yeah, I actually do.
Okay, give me a second. I will I will wild chip chalice mode.
Okay.
So I just start emitting bright light.
Yeah.
And I will give her a cure wounds.
Nice. It's interesting as you're doing it as well. The light zooms out, and you watch as, like, the black smoke that is pooling and pouring off of these earrings seems to, like, almost shriek away for a moment.
And I will heal you both the cure wounds and the chalice. So you heal 15.
Ooh. Well, I'm full health again.
Very nice.
Did anyone else get hit by something?
Yeah.
No,
That's very
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Do you think people are going to be upset if I walk around like this for a while, or should I just stop it now?
You might draw a bit of attention.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
also
like
have
what
to
if-
get into the carriage. How long does it last for?
10 minutes.
Well, I mean, we'll have to wait because you have the bell.
Well, also, we didn't tell them to leave this time.
Oh.
I'm right
True.
here.
We were only in there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a good point.
True. Oh, this means I can still see invisibility for 55 minutes.
Nice.
I can see all the secrets. This is
I'm
the
gonna have
advance.
That
to-
reminds me, I need to message you, Roshana.
Oh boy! Yay!
I'm gonna have to. I don't know. Probably invest in some night vision or some sort of technique.
I mean, can't you just ask Roshana very politely?
I'm sorry. I
Well, I don't want to be I don't want to impose.
could only do the channel divinity once, so
Oh, right, I didn't realize they were the same.
yeah. Sadly,
Yeah.
if
So-
I had thought that I should use the spell, see invisibility earlier, I could have helped out.
Well, it's a learning experience.
Exactly.
I think I'll work on some technique.
So-
I have an idea.
Hmm.
I just have to get used to being blind.
No,
would-
no,
Hello.
no, no,
I will.
no.
I will take. I will take out. I will take out just a piece of fabric and blindfold myself.
Okay, I'm very happy that you decided to do that.
oh, yeah. Hey, Kato,
What'd you
quick.
think I was gonna do?
Stab your eyes?
Kato, a quick logic puzzle, if you don't mind.
Okay.
How old are you?
Uh,
A rough value. To the nearest decade. Nearest year?
I'll be
You're
25.
older than...
25 next month.
Oh, well, in case I forget, happy birthday. Anyway, out
We will forget.
of all the time that you've been alive, how much of that time has been spent, like, at night? Would you say roughly half?
Yes.
Would you say you can see well at night?
No.
So if you were going to manifest the ability to see while blinded, which is roughly half the time that you've been alive, do you think perhaps maybe you'd have done it by now? Or do you think it was a lack of active trying that prevented you previously?
I think it was a lack of trying.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I sincerely hope that the reason for humanity's lack of night vision is a lack of trying.
I don't think it is, but you could always try for night vision goggles.
Perhaps.
It's worth the investment.
I think it's worth a look.
There is actually a spell that I can choose to take that would grant one dark vision. However, I must note that it is a tremendous waste of my abilities. It's like a second level spell. Or if you really
I
want
wouldn't-
it, like, I don't mind. But
Well, no, I wouldn't want to put you out.
nah, I got all the spells. I can do stuff. Better to have you fighting than not.
True.
That's fair.
We'll table it for now. Hopefully, our next mission won't require us to be in darkness so often.
Yeah. After that, and then the sewers. Starting to think I'm a bit outdone here.
Just, light them up. It's one of the benefits of Guiding Bolt.
Yes, it is rather helpful.
Right, are we going to check out this merchant district quest?
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. You think perhaps we should have got the previous quest signed?
Well, I mean, it's on the other side, so it's like very far away.
What do you mean signed? Do you mean the goodwill quest or?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I should have mentioned. They would have signed it.
Okay. 1 second.
He's gone. Oh no. Okay. You guys hop back into your carriage. Peels up, rounding back round into the merchants district again.
I keep looking outside the carriage.
Yeah.
Can I ask the carriage driver, how long do you think it'll be before we get there?
About an hour and a bit.
Excellent. I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay. short rest in the carriage.
Yeah.
And thankfully, in the middle ring, the roads are quite smooth in comparison to some of the other places, so you're able to get a nice kip in. If you guys wish to take a short rest, you can.
I do so. I get my wild chips back.
Yes.
Get action search.
Yes.
Let me see.
And that other one use of
Yes.
moving things.
I will take a short rest.
Nice.
Now I have my Channel Affinity back.
Yeah.
Very important. Guys, the horses seem funny.
Hmm?
In
They're
what way?
glowing. They're glowing.
They're glowing?
Yeah. Well, more like a shimmer.
Well, we knew there was magic going on, but I assumed it was to do with the carts.
Does your see invisible things see more than invisible things?
Well, I mean, I knew that some horses were illusions, but I wouldn't think that these were.
Wait, did you just say you knew that some horses were illusions?
Well, being a clerk of saloon, yes, I knew.
Wait, what?
Wait, what part of your teaching told you that not all horses are real?
Oh my god.
These
Well,
horses
there's magic involved.
Hmm.
Can
City
one
is
learn this
strange.
power? Can one learn this power?
I would hope so.
Could you teach me?
I cannot, sadly. I cannot
No.
create this illusion.
Oh, not the illusion, the seeing.
No, sadly I cannot.
Huh. I see.
You've really bummed yourself out with this whole scene thing, Kato.
Yeah.
My mentor's training deals a lot with awareness.
I mean, there might be a possibility, but you'll have to ask other magic users. For me, it's through my patron, so...
Look, I'm sure you'll be fine, Kato. Humans have done very well for themselves, given
Exactly!
the lack of seeing in the dark. I'm sure you'll be no exception.
We'll just get you some night vision goggles. And until that
Hopefully
time...
affordable ones.
Yeah, and until that time we also always can use my channel divinity.
Thanks.
Anytime.
After about an hour and a bit, the carriage pulls up outside a very small and cozy little, almost cabin-esque building. And at the front, you see just above the door, it says the Baskin Lodge. You have arrived at your destination.
Alright, let's go see what this job's is about.
Yeah, let's go knock. I mean, it pays a hefty sum, so...
Alrighty. You head on in.
Knock, knock, knock.
Just a quick word. It does say utmost discretion required, so... Probably do a better job than the last.
Yeah. Well, I mean... Yeah, we didn't really know.
Perhaps even more so, given that the patron is elected to remain anonymous.
Exactly.
Right. So, just a little heads up,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'd knock.
Knock, knock,
And
knock.
driver, we don't know how long we'll be gone for again, so I'll ring the bell when we're.
Please do. And you see, he actually takes off his hat and begins pulling the carriage round off to the side. Parks up, and he follows you in. You see that looks to be a very small little tavern. Walk inside. It's pretty dark in here, but all wooden interior. Couple of candles are lit about. Doesn't seem to be many patrons about, other than the ones that are kind of, head down, sipping away or whatever beverage they've gotten themselves. Your carriage driver kind of just waddles over to the bar and hops up into a bar stool.
Doesn't really say who we need to contact.
Yeah.
So, the discretion is kinda...
Okay.
Well, if it's discretion, maybe we should all get a drink.
Yeah.
Probably.
Get a
Probably
drink,
still on who?
take a corner seat.
I'll go up and order then.
Alright.
Ale? What do you guys want?
Water.
Water.
Ale's fine.
Make that two. For the water, not the ale.
Alright. Vayne goes up to the counter and purchases the drinks. You get a nice
Okay,
little
I got-
corner table. It's like a little, almost like a leather sofa situation. It's a little bit musty, but it's comfortable. You sit down, and it's the sofa's kind of like in an L shape, so you've got like a little square table in front of you, and then you just kind of squeegee your way in, shuffle your bottoms along
like
to get in.
A booth.
Yeah.
I got confused for a second because I thought the carriage driver was coming in.
Oh, he
Like,
isn't.
oh, he is.
Yeah, he's in the tavern. He's getting himself a drink.
Okay, so I had it right the first time.
Yeah. Vayne eventually comes back with your drinks.
So I suppose we just wait out and see who shows up.
Yeah.
How busy is this place? Is it like empty or is it
There's a few patrons, but they're sat by themselves,
right?
kind of keeping to themselves.
Are there any of them that are like eyeing us specifically?
Give me a perception check, please.
Oh, okay.
Nice. You do see that there is one gentleman, who is, in fairness, being quite being quite furtive. He spares you a glance every now and then, and as you just start taking a few sips, he shuffles over slowly with his own drink in hand and just very casually just sits down beside you, Kato. Are you here for the job?
Telepathically, yes.
He holds still for a second.
Apologies. I usually warn people before doing this, but seeing how discretion was a high priority, I made an exception.
He whispers back, No, it's fine. I've been asked to bring you to the location.
Understood.
Stay about 30 feet back, and we're going to stay to the less traveled roads, if that's okay.
Of course.
Alrighty. And then he sits up, swigs his ale, just places it back down on the table, and walks out.
Okay.
One Mississippi.
Some of the
two
others
Mississippi.
heard as much.
Yeah, they would have.
Okay. I just give him a nod, like time to go.
But my water.
It's fine.
I just paid for the
Just-
Vale.
All right, we'll just finish it.
Chug.
Roshana chuggles. Do you want mine? This isn't me. I don't think.
Sure.
Roshana chugs the second. Nice.
I chugged my
lady.
crisp glass of water.
Very nice. It's tepid.
Oh.
you
Oh.
see, Kato's eyebrows like rise higher than ever before. Watching Roshana chug them down.
It's nothing. I'm going to feel that later.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive, I must say.
I mean, I'm from this district, so it's
Does
kind of a thing.
does everyone from this district have a high tolerance for?
I mean, I don't know. Some people do.
Fair enough. Let's get moving.
Yep.
Alrighty. You try as quietly as possible to squeegee back out of the booth again.
Quiet! Don't say that! I have had 2 ales and a -1 in dexterity!
Oh no!
Oh boy. Alrighty. And you give very stealthy chase after this gentleman. And I think we'll leave it there for tonight, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Finishing up a bit earlier than usual, but you know, closer to on time.
I
So-
mean, I think it's also good that Vayne will be here next time
Yeah, exactly.
when we continue.
Yeah. Catch him up before we get too deep into this one.
Mhm.
Yeah, can you let him know all the money we didn't take and all the money he spent?
Mhm.
All the money he missed out on.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I
will.
a part of me wanted to like evaluate how much was there,
hmm
but I thought that'd be like poor taste.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, what's in here? Oh, 3 gold. Yeah, no, you can keep it.
No, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. No, please.
Keep it. Bye.
However,
bye.
I still think the girl will have PTSD for the rest of her life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, she didn't see the scary smoke monster. It's fine.
No, but she saw us fighting.
And you know, a
And-
settee being thrown at Roshana's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Books and yeah, a mini couch.
She will not be okay.
A pot going up the chimney.
Yeah, she'll need some therapy.
A lot.
Nah, she saw some mighty fine heroes save the day.